Yo, dudes and dudettes, how's it going? Hope everything's going wonderful. If you guys are watching this in the future on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, show some love. If you want to catch the live streams on Twitch, come over to Twitch, creatively_cursed. And guess what? The links are even in the bio, so you're good to go. Jump over to Twitch and catch the live streams. If not, just subscribe and hit the like button. That's all I ask. If you like my shit, I'm going to talk about this at the beginning and the end of every stream now. You guys have forced my hands. We do have cookies. Actually, we don't have cookies. So, no. Sorry about that. Anyhow, all right, guys. Got some cool stuff. Wish there were more people here, but it looks like just me and lagged out, are going to hang out while I pop this big bad boy. This is, here, I'll switch over. You guys can see this is the reason I wasn't on stream today. Camcorder, what's going on? This big behemoth mold. Oh. This is the mold for the torso of the Armsy. It was I had to work on it yesterday when I was supposed to be streaming, so that's why I didn't end up streaming yesterday, guys. And for that, I apologize. But I poured the mold yesterday. It's silicone. And then today, I cut it open, cleaned it out, and made a positive. It took 12,000 grams of silicone. I probably could have gotten away with less if I'd spent a little bit more time on my box building. Then I poured the plastic. Well, first we painted in a Cabasil coat of TC891. It's a urethane plastic, okay? And we painted some in, and we closed the mold. And then we poured a solid plastic core for this thing because it's the master. We want it to be solid. We don't want any issues. I don't know how the gel coat that we painted on went. So I'm hoping it went well. I'm hoping it picked up all the detail. I'm hoping there's not a ton of air bubbles because this is too big to fit into a pressure pot. That's why we did this method. For these arms, so here's a reference. This is the arm. The mold is huge, right? I was able to just pour the plastic in, very thin plastic, put it in a pressure pot, and it would reduce, 99.9% air bubbles. This would not fit in the pressure pot, so we had to find a way to do that. So we painted in the first layer. While it was still gooey, we closed it, and then I poured in the next amount, which was about 4,000 grams of plastic. So it's heavy. This thing overall is just very, very heavy. So we got these rubber bands here. This is either going to be really awesome or really terrible. I'm just letting you know. TC891, the urethane plastic, can foam up sometimes during the curing process. It also heats up. It got up to what did I registered it? The hottest it got was 138 degrees. Oh my god, these rubber bands are, these are fucking industrial rubber bands, guys. So it's still warm too. I think the last measurement on the surface, I read about 100 degrees. So you can see, that's what we poured in. These are the legs of the Armsy, or like the legs spouts, basically. That's what this is. Whammy like game show? Oh my god, it's so hefty. All right, guys, I'm gonna move my mic a little bit out of the way here, so I'm gonna have to use some Good old-fashioned muscle for this bad boy, and I don't want to like have it release and me smash everything. That happened earlier. So, bear with me. It is, you know, when we cut it, it is a 2-part mold, but there were some undercuts. I think the back might come off a little bit easier than the front. You know, we might use a little bit of alcohol for this. Sorry, you guys can't see a ton of what's going on here. So far, so good. Oh my god, the front's actually coming off. That's really surprising to me. Kind of. The front is kind of coming off. Let me make that very clear. We can always do another one, or camcorder. It's really together there. Come on, mind over matter, guys. Woo! Mind over matter. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa! Whew. So, you guys can kind of see in there, that's the front of the Armsy. Looks like this did take some silicone with it. I don't know where that came from, but we do have some potential damage. Let's get that off to the side here. So it's about 6,000 grams each side. Go. Damn. No, we can't because the master was busted. No, the mold. The mold, we can make another master. It's fine. Like, but honestly, thus far, oh, I should have brought the temperature gun in so I could figure out how much this, how hot this was. Look at that, guy. I forgot to pigment it. I'm very bummed about that. Looks like we might have some air bubbles. Looks like I missed some clay. It's a bummer. I thought I cleaned it pretty good. But damn. I don't know if you guys remember what this thing looked like, but that's pretty exciting. So now we gotta get it out of the back. Let's get some of this flashing off real quick. I have no idea what the seam is gonna be like. I tried to line the seam up with this thing better, but I don't know if it, I don't know how well it worked. I'm actually surprised the front. The front had the most undercut. This whole arm was in the front. This is one hell of an undercut, you know? Let's just see something. What arm is it? Where is it? Oh, it's this one. Not bad. That is not a bad, kind of goes right there. Look at that. I'm pretty, you know, pretty happy with that. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That looks dope. Really cool. What's going on, voluptuous dumpster fire? Oh my god, it's so heavy. All right, here we go. All right, here's the back side, guys. We got to figure out the best way to get the back off now. This is where I'm going to cut myself on the plastic, probably. Why is this slip sliding around? Did the alcohol come out on my table? No? Okay. Alright, maybe we try it this way. There's that. Oh. Alright, you know what? We'll do... How about... Try and see me fighting with it here. There's the back side of the mold. Alright, let's switch over here. Cam 2. Homie thinks he's Steve Rogers. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Alright, here we are. Bitch, that was. That delicious booty you guys all came to love? Not seeing anything jumping out at me as any major... Well, the seam could have been a little bit better. There, that's kind of a bummer. God, white is so annoying to look at as like a reference. Usually, like, I like them to be gray. When I cut the mold in such a way that the seam wouldn't be on the front. I really didn't want the seam to be on the front of this, like right across here, because ideally you would have just kept going around here to come around over here. But again, getting the seam to be on the back was my goal. But I wonder if I can. Let's see what we can do. What did I just do? I don't know. I angered it. Probably. These are all really sharp, so gonna rip a log in two. Hell yeah, man! You get good at them arm muscles for opening molds. It's just kind of part and parcel of the whole thing. So, all right, let me see what I got in here to help take off some of these wicked sharp. Enjoying this unboxing? Hey, I'm also enjoying this unboxing. Just clip these. I can get it to stand theoretically if I can just get these off. Today, this was on a board. I don't know if you guys remember the board. Oh shit. Yep, totally got there's one little micro cut. This is on a board. The whole mold, you saw that big heavy silicone thing. It was on a board. And I almost popped. I threw the board up while trying to get this whole thing off the board. It was a nightmare. It worked, camcorder. It worked. We are gold here. I wonder if I can actually, this for once will actually be a little bit better of a. Oh wow, yeah, no, that's terrible. Never mind. I retract that decision. It's heavy. Very heavy. We're trying to currently cut these stupid things off the pour spout. What do I have left to do now? A lot still. We have to make, tonight, after we clean this up, assuming, I don't know how much time will be left, but after we clean this up, we have to continue sculpting the legs. And then, as you guys can see, these are all the arms. Right here. All these are resin now. So once the legs are done, we just have to start making master molds, which will be a whole stream. That'll be like a long haul to make molds of all of these. But now that they're plastic, it will still go much faster. If they were clay, we'd spend a lot more time making the molds. But now that they're plastic, and like I said, this arm I mean, this is just an example, but it's already, I mean, there's some gaps. Like there's a gap right here. But it looks like, yeah, I mean, it looks like it meshes up pretty good across the board. This one goes here. I mean, so you guys can see it. It's pretty close. There is some offness of it. I think there might need to do some cleaning up of some stuff. But yeah, this goes like that, you know. The final cast will be out of the same material, but this will not be solid. This is solid right now. This is a very heavy piece, but the final cast will not be solid. Well, there will be probably a hard foam core inside of it that floats. I should be able to reduce the weight significantly. Yeah, so this is, like I said, almost 4,000 grams. I don't know what that is in pounds. If anyone wants to do any quick math. Oh shit, look at that. Yeah. What's up, Sticks? This is why I wasn't able to stream last night, because I wanted to get this underway. Look how sharp that is. Yeah, we gotta be careful. So remember, we painted in the first layer, and then poured the other layer, or poured the thing solid, because we can't fit this in the pressure pot. So by painting in the first layer of plastic, we were able to reduce the air bubbles of the product. So when it's really thin, you can kind of either use an air compressor or even like a canned air, and once you paint it into the mold, you can kind of blow it and it pops the air bubbles. So you can control the air bubbles when you paint it in. But again, when we made these guys, just to kind of talk about it again, when we made these, we had a mold, and we just poured the silicone into the mold and put this item in the pressure pot. That reduced all the air bubbles. So we didn't have to worry about air bubbles, well, as much with these, the little arms. I wonder if it'll stand. It will! Look at that, guys. It's rough, but it stands. Come on, Cameron. Get with the program. Get with the program. Oh my God. So yeah, this again, it's probably maybe 110 degrees. Maybe. I'm not a human thermometer, but it feels like it might be about 110 degrees. Sticks, how's your day going? I actually think I ended up with a bunch of micro cuts on my hands. I can feel them, especially where the alcohol ended up touching. So we can move these guys kind of off to the side. You know, I think if I ever do end up selling this, or for people to put together themselves, I think I'll sell it as a model kit. And just sell the parts and be like, have at it. Knock yourself out, you know? As long as there's no blood. Yeah, no, everything I'm feeling are like tiny little plastic cuts, which are, yeah, there's no blood. They just are annoying. They're like paper cuts. So, it's gonna be interesting trying to clean this up. Another reason why I wish it was in... Ooh, interesting. So remember, guys, the first layer was the plastic, but I had added Cabasil in it to thicken it up. And I think the Cabasil broke down the integrity of the plastic a little bit. So it might actually be a little bit easier to clean up than I thought it was gonna be. Might make it a little bit more carvable. Molding for props? Oh, okay. First years of the pandemic, yeah, right? Oh my God. Yeah, we went through a ton of alcohol. We went through a ton of isopropyl alcohol during the pandemic at our studio. It's gonna take me some time to figure out the best way to do this, guys. So you're gonna have to just hang with me while I'm working on it. Off stream, I'd just throw this bad boy in my lap and get up like real close and work on it, you know? But I am wondering, a piece of foam. Piece of foam would not be a terrible idea here. Let's do this. There you go. There you go. You guys can see. What's up, Transformer? How's it going, duder? The hard part is I'm going to probably have to use my flashlight on my phone. So I can see the seam. If it was gray, I could see the seam a lot better. Give me a free vape. What? Nothing in life is free, yo. God, I really wish I hadn't made this white. I really wish it was gray right now. The bitch is gonna be cutting these off. We have to. I'm not gonna be able to do it on stream, unfortunately. But these leg spouts have to get completely cut off, ground down to a surface that I can attach the legs to relatively easily. Again, not something I can do on stream. Maybe I'll try and do it tomorrow. So by Saturday, these areas are carved out in the shape they need to be. I need a variety of X-Acto blades. I need to get different kinds of X-Acto blades. I see you in there all by your lonesome. Wait, you see me in where all by my lonesome? What are you talking about? I'm not alone.
I see you in here.
Oh, Jesus! What's going on, Sticks?
Hi.
Are you working right now?
God, no.
Oh, no?
No, thankfully. I have Thursday through Saturday off, so.
Gotcha. Okay. Nice. What you been up to?
Not a damn thing. I'm starting a local pagan group because every group that I try to join charges like $150 for a membership fee a month. So, that's fun.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's lame.
Super.
So what is that involved? Like, what do you have to do to start a pagan group?
I basically just have to make like a Facebook group and then make a Discord and then make a group on this app called Meetup and just kind of wait at that point.
What's the app called?
Meetup, I think. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, Meetup.
And what is going to be the? What are going to be? Is this? Are you starting a religion?
I'm starting a cult. That's what I'm starting.
That's what it sounds like.
We're gonna wear Air Force Ones. It's gonna be great.
Okay, so you start this. Then what's the plan?
So I don't exactly have a plan because I never have a plan for anything that I do. So I'm just gonna kind of like start things and try to get them out there as best as I can using like Reddit and Facebook and public groups and stuff like that. So it's basically, like I said, gonna be a group for pagans and witchcraft practitioners to come in and just kind of hang out with each other.
Okay, so pagan is a really broad term. So are you accepting of all variations of pagans?
Yes. So that's kind of why I'm leaving it as broad as it is, because I want it to be extensive. I want it to be as like sweeping as possible. So that way I'm not basically alienating certain groups of people. So I'm just gonna make it a catch-all.
Okay. And when do you think when do you think you'll officially have the group up and ready to join?
My goal is, because I wasn't streaming today, I started working on it today. So my goal is to potentially get it up and running either tonight or tomorrow morning. So.
Do you know a lot of pagans? This is for like, it's a local area. It's local based, right?
It's going to be local. It's going to be local based, but because Meetup has the option for online group things, I'm going to expand it and just basically be like, anybody can join. It doesn't matter where you are.
There you go. And you can use your Discord and meet up like online with your pagan friends.
Yeah.
You guys can do spooky magic stuff.
Exactly.
Discord.
Yeah,
You're gonna literally be like that movie. What the fuck was that called? I don't know. Did you see it with the? It's like a Zoom. It's a ghost Zoom movie.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. What is it called? Hold on.
That movie actually was really good. If anyone hasn't seen it, as soon as we figure out what the name of it is, I highly suggest people watch it. I thought it was really well done.
Is it called Host?
Host. Yes, it's called Host. I knew it was something like a short word like that.
Yeah, I had to Google it.
I thought that was a lot of fun. Have you seen it, or do you just know of it?
I just know of it. I've heard of it because I saw it on, I think I saw it on Netflix one time. I never watched it because I thought that it looked kind of stupid. If you say it's good, I will give it a shot.
I thought it was really well done for what it is. It sounds, no, it's really not. Like, what's funny, okay, so they made it right at the beginning of lockdown, okay?
Okay.
So, it's going to take you back in time a little bit, okay? But COVID is the premises for the movie. Like, it's the whole reason they're even on Zoom is because of COVID. And so the movie's fun, but you need to look up a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff because they shot it remotely. They did everything remotely. So the actors were never in the same room together. The director was never in the same room. They shot with their actual laptops and like their webcams. Like they did everything remotely. And what's impressive about that is that there's actually some like visual effects that take place. So they had to like choreograph, like the actor had to choreograph their own stuff to do like later special effects stuff. Like one of them had their boyfriend like drag them across the room, and then they like CGI'd the boyfriend out, so it looks like she's just being moved across the room, you know?
That's
yeah.
dope.
I don't know if you're into like paranormal activity movies, but it kind of gave me similar vibes to those.
Yeah, I fucking love like found footage movies. They're my favorite. Like Cloverfield is one of my favorite movies. That and Blair Witch.
Did you see any of the sequels to Cloverfield?
No, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to turn it.
The one with John Goodman isn't terrible, but I haven't seen the newest one.
I love John Goodman so much, I don't want to watch it. It's like, I don't know if you've seen, like, Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
Yeah, I've seen, it's pretty terrifying. Yeah. And it's creepier because it's Robin Williams, right? It's worse because it's Robin Williams.
Exactly, yeah.
Camcorder, don't judge it until you've watched the movie. Go watch Host, then come tell me how silly it is. You're silly.
Alright, I'll be right back because I gotta go tend to my son real quick.
Do what you gotta do. Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to be able to completely remove the seam. We can always add clay in certain areas to help hide it a little bit better if need be. So I basically worked up to roughly, say, up to here. So you can still see some of the dotted line, like the either lack of texture or whatever, so... Damn right I'm silly. I'm also cursed and perverted. Just the way I like them, camcorders. Voluptuous dumpster fire. You said, oh yeah, but I don't... What are you saying, oh yeah, to? Did I miss something? Did I say something? I probably said something. Come on, you.
Okay, I'm back.
Are you wearing your hat right now?
No. I'm actually wearing like regular clothes and not my hat, which is like sad because I love my hat so much.
Wait, so I'm not good enough to be on a Discord call with you wearing your hat? Is that what this is?
I'm sorry to break it. I'm sorry.
You come into Discord not wearing your hat? Oh my god. I thought you were for real, okay?
Look, I am, okay? It's just sometimes my head sweats and it's not pretty.
Oh my god. Yeah, my head was sweating today. I was out in the Vegas sunlight most of the day. I'm actually surprised I'm not burnt right now.
It is 22 Celsius here, which is like 68, I think, right now.
Oh my god, that sounds so wonderful.
It is wonderful. Yesterday it was like 16 outside, which is, hold on, let me convert that real quick.
Yeah, 1 hour photo, and then the other one, Insomnia. Robin Williams played a bad guy in that too. It had Al Pacino and someone else in it too. Al Pacino, Robin Williams. Was it Robin? It was Robin Williams, I'm pretty sure.
It's 60 Fahrenheit, so 16 would be 60.
That sounds so nice. We'll get there soon here. And then we'll get there for like 3 days, and then it will drop to be like 30 degrees at night here.
I don't want to hear it. It gets to like -40 where I live. So.
Yeah, but it doesn't get to 115 where you live either.
Also true. Yeah, it doesn't get above, like, I think this season it didn't get above 81. So I can't complain.
Are you serious? It didn't get above 81?
Yeah, no, all summer, not a degree above 81.
Oh, I would like that so much. This looks so cool. Thank you so much, Frost. See if I can zoom out at all and kind of show you a little bit more. It is, this is just the chest piece or torso piece for a figure I'm working on based upon a bad guy from a video game called The Forest. We have all his arms too, but he's raiding with 13. Oh, Jesus. Frost, thank you so much for the raid, dude. I thought you were just hanging out in chat, and then you're all like, I'm gonna raid you? Damn. Hope everyone was hearing me talk, so I don't have to explain it again. No. Oh, Jesus, you're getting lost in the raid. Lagged out. I can't see you. By the way, lagged out says you're a poser for not wearing your hat.
He's a poser.
Hey guys, welcome raiders. Yeah, that's how we do. I love the forest. Yeah. Here, let me switch to a camera you guys can see a little, not the best camera, but you can see a little bit more scale. So it's a, this is just the torso. The legs are gonna go here. We got all the arms already sculpted and cast, so this will go here. There's a lot of arms. This character's called the Armsy. So, as you can imagine, lots of names. I'll check it out, camcorder. So yeah, that's what we're working on. We just popped this today. This is solid resin. Well, plastic, technically. Well, resin, whatever. It's solid. My point is, it's heavy and it's solid. And we're cleaning up the seam on it. It's gonna be our master. We're making production molds off of these. So, it's not safe. Well, I'm not going to show it, camcorder. Anything you send me, camcorder, I'm never going to show because it's always scary and or dirty. Camcorder, what am I looking at? Is this a vagina fish? Camcorder. What am I even looking at? Also, guys, thank you for the raid again, Frost. Sorry, I'm super distracted right now. Show the curse. Just not the lewds, no. Curiosity is peaked. You guys can go join my Discord if you want. Links are in my bio. I would share it, but my Stream Deck isn't working with the new version of, which is bullshit, Stream Elements. It's a flying vagina. I'm right. I said a vagina with wings, right? That's what I said? Camcorder is trying to see. This is what he does. One can always raise the bar. Yeah. Join the Discord. You guys can check out the disturbing. Oh, look at that. Sticks in for the win. Thank you, Sticks.
You're welcome.
That Armsy has a nice tuchus. He does. Look at that tuchus. Hey, Glitch, what's going on? He's got a wonderful tuchus, guys. So, my God, what were we talking about? I said a fish. Oh, we were, yeah. And how terrifying that movie was because Robin Williams is such a sweetheart and he shouldn't be made evil, even though he's good at it. Have you seen any of his older stuff, like Dead Poet Society?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. I love Dead Poets Society.
Yeah. His serious roles he does really well. There's another one where he plays a well, not Patch Adams, but like, it's older than Patch Adams, but he plays a doctor. It's called Awakenings.
Yeah.
And fucking Robert De Niro plays like a comatose patient in that movie. I think this would have been right around the times of like Dead Poet Society, honestly. Kind of that same depressing feel.
I feel like a lot of his movies, while they are comedies, they do have like some depressing underlying messages.
Yeah.
Like Mrs. Doubtfire was amazing, but then you also have the underlying of like, oh, he's divorced and his wife's trying to take his kids from him. Okay.
Yeah, or even, what is it? Do you remember Jack?
Yeah, I remember Jack.
Yeah, that one fucking, like, it's funny, but then you realize when he graduates, he's like 100 years old.
Well, no,
Yeah,
he's still 18. He just
Oh,
aged
Jesus
like
Christ. Tricerathrax, what's going on? Second person to terrify me in chat. Frost, thank you so much, dude. I'm gonna have to check out your stuff real quick. Can someone shout out Frost in chat? Lagged out, did you already do it?
Yeah, up, if you scroll up a little.
Oh, okay. Watch The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. Frost. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Frost, much love, dude. Thank you. I'll check out what you do after stream. Have a good night. Thank you, Transformer. Lagged out. You guys on top of shit. How's it going, Tricerathrax? We were just talking about how all Robin Williams movies are kind of disturbing in a way.
Yeah, pretty depressing if you think about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, Hook, he's kind of in a weird situation where he was a boy forever and then suddenly had to go into the real world, which was probably traumatizing itself, but then he has to go back into that world to save his fucking kids, but now he's like old, so it's probably weird that he still has a thing for Tink, you know, and like, fucking weird, yeah. Jumanji gets trapped in a fucking board game at the age of like
yeah,
6.
dude. Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
true.
His dad's an asshole, you know, like, yeah. Everything
And then
with
there's,
him
like,
is traumatizing.
Patch
All right, what
Adams.
about?
Yep.
I haven't seen it, but I know a lot of people like it. Flubber. Is there creepy adult shit in Flubber?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, it's pretty, it's not like super depressive, but it's very like, there's underlying depression there.
Yeah, essentially he's like a dude who's like so obsessed with his work and research that it's destroying his life.
Yeah.
And the
okay.
flubber ends up being wacky enough that it somehow fixes it for him. But
Yeah.
yeah, he'd pretty much basically, if it weren't for the flubber, he'd be what I'm turning into. A person who knows very few people with almost no friends.
Oh, I'm here,
Well, I'm not
buddy.
doing it because I'm obsessed with my work. I'm just socially weird and generally offensive, apparently.
Same.
Cheers to that.
It came out, dude. I don't know if you're in on stream at all or saw it at all, but the Armsy torso. Oh man, I made an air bubble. God damn it.
I have not seen, but let me jump onto Twiggity Twitch here.
It's probably a better idea anyways, because then when people start talking shit to you, you can actually respond and I don't have to play message reader to you.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing other stuff, so you might still have to do that, but, you know.
I won't do it unless it's really funny.
So, all right.
Do you have any big Halloween
I'll be honest
plans,
with you, I don't
Sticks?
even give a shit unless it's really funny.
I don't know. Sticks, do you have any Halloween plans?
My son actually has a doctor's appointment that day, so I'm gonna dress him up as a little vampire, and then I'm gonna dress up in my outfit, and I'm going to go and bring him to the doctor's, and then we're gonna go trick-or-treating. So
If you're
that's
going to
my
the
plan.
doctors, I feel like this is a grand opportunity to dress him up as like some kind of really diseased medical patient.
During this day and age, I don't think so.
That's a good point.
Ah, there's the body, eh?
Transformer. Oh my god. Frost is now following. Dude! And with the follow too, man. Thank you, sir. Why am I not hearing my damn sound alerts?
Magic.
I don't know what I was saying, Transformer. Probably something about how you're just gonna come into chat and drop dad jokes on me all the time. I was wondering why the baseball was getting bigger, and then it hit me.
Banning.
Okay, well, Halloween was a bit far out. What about this weekend? Anything fun?
Oh, I am taking my son to get his haircut into a mohawk. So. that's
First
gonna be fun.
Mohawk?
Yeah, like a mohawk.
Yeah, I know, but is it your son's first Mohawk?
Yeah, his first ever.
Oh, okay.
So that's gonna be a fun time. So I'm very excited.
I never did the Mohawk thing until I was much older. Oh
I
yeah,
had one
angriest
when I was a little kid.
angriest man in Brooklyn. A few months before Robin's passing. I'm just gonna give you a trigger warning. Don't watch if you're depressed. Wait, is it a Robin Williams movie? Angriest Man in Brooklyn?
Yeah,
I've heard of this.
Yes, I've heard of that one. It's actually pretty good.
Well, he says, trigger warning, don't be depressed and watch it. So-
Yeah, that's what caused Robin's death.
Aw.
Oh,
I mean, it's been a little
Too
bit,
soon.
so- How's that long enough is not too soon.
For Robin Williams?
Hey, that dude had an irreverent sense of humor. If he heard that, he probably thinks I'm fucking hilarious. To be fair to me.
have you ever watched any of his like stand-up specials? They're fucking amazing.
Yep.
Sorry.
Watch.
We were literally, it's just interesting because how did we start talking about Robin Williams today? I don't remember, because I was just talking to Tricerathrax like 3 days ago about Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And he's like, I love Robin Williams. And he's just going on about how much he loves him and like how, yeah, it was really sad when he passed, but I fucking hate his stand-up.
No, I love it. I think it's
No,
fun.
it's upsetting to me because like I really do love that dude. Like so many movies and stuff growing up were like favorites. I'm not a person to watch movies, like the same movie over and over again. But there were plenty of Robin Williams movies where I did that. And then a number of years back, I watched a couple of stand-up specials with someone, and we go to the Robin Williams one, which I'm expecting is going to be my favorite out of all of them. And then we get partway through, and I was like, maybe we should have watched this before watching Jim Gaffigan, because now this is just a guy talking.
Aww.
You know?
Yeah.
Dude,
Maybe I
Robin
didn't-
Williams
it could be I
stand-up.
just wasn't on enough cocaine. That could be.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Robin Williams stand-up is cocaine-fueled awesomeness.
Yeah. I genuinely like his stand-up personally.
If cocaine wrote books in a stream of consciousness format, that's essentially his stand-up to me. Which isn't problematic. It's just, I guess not. I don't know why I find him fucking funny as shit in every role he's in, but just couldn't get into the comedy. But it also, I said this to Mike the other day too, is it might have just been like the state of mind I was in when I watched it. I literally have never gone back to like give it a second chance, so maybe I should. But
Yeah, maybe if you watched it again. Oh, it's been 10 years at least, right? So
yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
gotten a taste for it, you know?
Well, that could be too. I mean, my tastes and interests and things like that have certainly changed over the years.
This is a little disconcerting. This scene is gonna suck right here, guys. It's just gonna suck. Wait, Trike is like me. Oh, I'm assuming you mean, wait, Trike. Trike is like me with my dad. He had a dark humor, so he would love the stuff I say to cope. What the fuck are you talking about?
I think trike may be a reference to myself.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
okay.
so.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is Lagged Out's dad Robin Williams?
I don't think so. No.
Either, but I can always hope.
That was so accusing.
Yeah, you didn't sound happy about it.
Well, I honestly I didn't realize I sounded unhappy about it, so I'm not really sure how to respond. I guess
He's gonna respond and be like, "Yep, he is. You guys are all assholes." Oh,
hey, I just asked a question. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it was
you're
a dumb question.
you're a stand-up comedian, Transformer. In my chat, you are. What are you doing right now, Tricerathrax?
The same thing I do every night, Michael. Try to finish building this magic deck.
Oh, so you're still on that? Okay.
Yeah, it's just there's like literally thousands and thousands of options of what I could put into this thing, and admittedly, I could pretty much just at this point with what I've already got put into the thing, throw whatever the fuck I want into it, and it's still gonna be pretty gross. But you know, I'd rather intentionally make it gross. You know what I mean?
Did you say gross?
Yeah, by gross I meant that people will not enjoy playing the game.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Wipes his nose on the cards.
I knew
Oh,
that
yeah,
was you, Milo, coming in with the nut up or shut up. I'm happy I got those sound alerts to work. Apparently not my rating or following sounds. That's nonsense.
Oh, dude, can I answer Transformers question? I think I know what you would do if you weren't a sculptor.
Sure. Go ahead.
I know I'm not even joking, but you are a capitalist, so I'm pretty sure you would just own a retail place. Something where you can do the smallest amount of work. Oh, like a retail store sometime. Something where you could, like, you know, like type A it, where like you start the store, hire some people, maybe come in every few months, you know, and then just have a bunch of money.
He's not wrong. I mean, he's really not wrong. That would probably be some of it. I don't know if it'd be a retail store. Although I had an idea for a retail store way back in the day, but
Really?
yeah, way
Like
back.
one that you were considering creating, or just like an idea that kind of popped in your head?
I went as far to like buy some books on opening a small business, but then I realized how stupid that was and didn't do it. I don't think the idea, it was called the Splat Shop.
Oh, I feel like you mentioned this to me at some point.
Yeah,
Wait, was
I
that
really,
the thing with like the clothing with all the like blood spatter stuff?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
I don't think anyone would buy it. Actually, I take that back. Hot Topic took my idea because they were listening into my brain.
Well,
And
also that Spencer's 2007 Halloween shirt kind of stole it too.
yeah, that's true. But it wasn't just that. It was gonna be like horror movie memorabilia and bullshit. You know, dude, I'm so, not that I ever would have really done it, but I'm certainly happy I didn't do it because retail is just garbage now. Do people even go to malls anymore?
I do.
I mean,
How often?
I try not to.
Sticks, when's the last time you went to a mall? I know you went to that big mall, but that was already months ago now.
Yeah, that was back in like June, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably the last time I've been to a mall, honestly. It was back in June.
Can you really say you go to malls then?
I go to malls when I have the mental capacity to do so, but other than that, like, if I go to a mall, I'm gonna buy something, and when I'm trying not to buy shit like that I don't fucking need, I avoid the mall.
The same way. I think the last time I went to a mall was when we had that Christmas party at fucking Bob and Jim's or whatever that stupid sports place is called.
Dave and Buster's?
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Whatever. I knew it was some sort of dumb I watch sports because I'm an idiot sort of name. Whatever.
See, we don't have that in Canada.
Not everybody who watches sports.
But do you know what Dave and Buster's is, Sticks, from your time here in the States?
Yeah, because the mall that I used to live near had a Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
So I know of it, and I've been there, but we don't have that here in Canada.
Canada's very progressive.
Yes. Not that.
That's what I should do, dude. Stop serving all these whiny people around the world and just create a bar that's just for Magic nerds, so I can just get drunk and play games of Magic with people all the time.
Sticks, did you say you played Magic? I forget.
Yeah, I used to. I don't anymore. Because when I moved and I was essentially homeless, I didn't have my cards to bring with me, so I no longer have any of my cards. But,
No.
yeah, I had to get rid of them. But now I plan on rebuilding my decks, hopefully. And we do have a few game stores around here that do like little tournaments, so I'm thinking about getting back into it.
What kind of decks did you play back when you were doing it?
I
Or
played
what colors did you play?
red black.
Red, black, huh?
Yeah.
I may, if we can arrange this somehow, have literally hundreds and
How's it
potentially
going,
thousands of
Milo?
cards
How's
that
your
I'm
week
trying to
going?
get rid of to make
Anything
space
new
in
and
the
exciting? Did
excessive
you
amount
stream
of
it all
cards
this
I bought
week?
over the last year.
Damn, Hot Topic, I could do some time.
There's some way I could send them to you. I'd be
You work
more
at
than
Hot
happy to
Topic
get this shit
because
out
you're the
fucking
hot
house
topic on
and
my mind. Oh my
over to
God.
someone who may have use for them.
Transformer.
Yeah, I may actually hit you up. I'm willing to pay for shipping, just for that.
Don't even bother, honestly. If you take these cards, it will actually be genuinely will actually be a favor to me, because I've got so many cards that I have a whole shelving unit in my closet filled with my decks and boxes of cards based on color. And aside from my PC tower and the monitor, the buffet style fold out table that I'm currently using as a desk is literally entirely covered with random piles of Magic cards, and sometimes they're not even piles. It's just like someone chucked a wad of them at the desk. I've got way too many. A lot of them are duplicates and triplicates and quintuplicates of shit I will never ever use, or maybe I'm already using, but I'm using it in so many decks already. I still have too many after that. So yeah, if you want to get them, I'm more than happy to find a way to get them over to you, because god damn, that would just save me so much space, and then I don't have to spend like another $600 on more fucking boxes for these stupid cards that I keep spending hundreds of dollars on.
Just
Yeah,
stop.
I'll definitely send you a DM.
Stop
Word.
spending money on cards.
Dude, yeah, okay, you know what? Why don't you go to somebody you know who has a gambling addiction and just be like, hey man, quit doing it. Well, let's see how successful that is. I bet you it's gonna work real well. Because they're gonna go, oh, you know what, Mike? I mean, whatever we call you on this cursed, fucking, oh, I never thought of that, will be their thought. And then they'll just never gamble again. Thank goodness you're here to tell me that I can just stop.
Wait,
Thank God you're here, princess.
wow. So much anger, man.
It's not anger, dude. It's frustration at my own ability to control my behavior when it comes to Magic cards. I went into a Magic card store to see if they had a specific item, and they did not. And then I spent $60 on bullshit I already had, because that's what it turns out I got in those packs. It's problematic.
I do the same thing. I can't even complain. Like, I literally do the same thing. I bought fucking roller skates, and I don't like going outside. But I bought roller skates. Like an asshole.
I mean, depending on your flooring, you can use those in the house. Just gotta be kind of careful.
I got all carpet and fucked.
Yep. Probably not the greatest investment, but yeah, you definitely know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, I literally don't even play red cards, except for in one out of the, like, 20 decks I have. And I just have, like, 1,000-something red cards just sitting here for, I don't know, to look at. It's pointless.
I love
You're
red
gonna meet
cards.
someone someday that really wants those red cards. Like
Yeah, me.
Six. Yeah.
I think I already have met that person, Mike. We're actively talking about those cards.
All right. How's then be the best way to? All right, like this maybe. Of course, it's not. Turn it a little bit, maybe. Oh my God.
Oh, you know what, Sticks? Actually, there's 2 black and red cards that I have, like, way too many of that were just released in this most recent set, Dominaria United. And they actually, the one of them actually triggers the other one's ability, so if we're going to use the other one as a command, hold on, let me go to the fucking advanced search, and I'm going to dig through my cards right now. I'll tell you what it's called, but it's actually pretty cool.
Were you good at Magic, Sticks?
Yeah, I was pretty good. I was taught by an ex friend. Well, not an ex-friend. He's still a friend, but I don't really talk to him that much. But he taught me, and he was in like tournaments, like big tournaments that he would travel
nice.
like around the country on. So he taught me how to play, and he had like a flying artifact deck. And,
Gross.
yeah, real gross.
Wait, what? Gross to play against? Is this how we're using gross again?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yes. So the reason artifact. I'm guessing if it was artifact and flying, it was mostly blue, if not entirely blue.
Yeah, it was blue. Yep.
Fucking nasty. So, okay, Mike, so the reason that's gross is because if a creature has flying, it can't be blocked when it attacks, except for by other creatures that have flying, or creatures that have another ability called Reach, which literally just gives them the ability to block a creature with flying. However, depending on the color scheme someone might be playing within their deck, or just what their deck is, they might not have creatures that have either of those abilities. So they're just fucked every time you attack with your flying creatures. But the other thing is there's like a fuckload of artifacts and a lot of blue cards that let you do cool things with artifacts. So if you've got a deck that's main functions are having creatures that fly, and then that you can modify with these artifacts, or if they're equipment, I guess. If they're non-equipment artifacts, you would put them on your sideboard to modify just kind of the game in general, I guess, really. But yeah, it's blue artifact flying decks are some nasty shit. Most people are not fans of. I'm a fan because I like blue, but yeah, most people aren't so thrilled about it.
Actually, with all your extra cards, dude. Well, he doesn't own his house, but if he did, this is actually kind of cool, dude. You could take all the magic cards you don't like and make like a coffee table out of them.
I could still send a shitload of cards to Styx and make 3 coffee tables, dude. Like, wait, what would I need to own the house to do that for?
Well, not that. They said on your floor, like make a floor with resin covering the floor, and it's just a bunch of like magic cards.
Well, now I need to buy a fucking house, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you, Voluptuous Dumpster Fire, who, by the way, great name. That's awesome. Oh, so Styx, those 2 cards I mentioned. The one of them is called Garna, Blood Fist of Keld. It's a 4/3 human berserker with whenever another creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, Garna, Blood Fist of Keld deals 1 damage to each opponent. But there's a second Rakdos card that came out called Lagomos, Hand of Hatred, that has, at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 2/1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste, sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step, which means you potentially, with every turn, as long as you got both those cards out, you will create the elemental, which will automatically die, which will automatically trigger the other dude to let you draw a card, which is pretty cool. You might want some, like,
That is fucking
unlimited
cool.
hand size shit or whatever, but yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We'll have to figure something out, so I'll definitely send them shits to you. I even have, I think, like multiples of the showcase versions of the cards, so you can even have the like cool ones, you know?
Yeah, I'll send you a DM, and we can definitely work that out for sure.
Okay. Well, take your time. It's going to take me a minute to go through stuff. My shit's a huge mess right now, but yeah, we'll get it figured out at some point. I'll send them along.
What was I gonna fucking say? Something about nerd shit. I don't remember.
Something about nerds.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. You come into my chat all the time, Styx, and you're always like, nerds. You guys just had the nerdiest conversation. Well, it was really just one way, but still, nerdiest conversation.
We can both talk, dude. I know I talk a lot, but I don't be the only talking person for the whole time.
To be fair, I'm a pretty massive nerd. I own it.
Yeah, how's your D&D going?
So far so good. We just hit level 2. We're playing Icefire. So, we hit level 2, and Icefire, I think, is a level 5 to 6, depending on how long and how much XP your DM gives. It's a fairly quick one. I'm just really excited to get to level 3, because once I get to level 3, then my Dampier can walk up walls, and I'm fucking hyped.
Oh, you're a fucking vampire, huh?
Yeah. Dampier Ranger.
No shit.
Yeah.
What's your, did you, I know a lot of things have changed since back when I was in my Magic days of version 3.0. Do rangers still get like an animal buddy at level 3 or 4 or whatever?
That depends on which one you go. If you go Beastmaster, then yes. I am going Hunter though, so I am not going to get an animal companion just because I absolutely suck at keeping them alive. So I'm choosing.
So is the Hunter, I'm guessing, is that like back in the day when you could specialize in
We're gonna have to fill this area in with clay, guys. It's just it's gonna be part of it, unfortunately. We just have
pretty
to.
much. Not bow,
I don't want to
crossbow.
dig out what
I'm
it
gonna
would
do
take
crossbow
to
instead.
make this area go away.
Sweet.
But
'Cause
this
they're both
seam area looks
simple
really
weapons,
good. But
so
then the
that
seam
you can
use
reappears.
more, and
You
they
know, we're
cost
working
about
our
the
way
same,
up here.
so-
So
Either way.
Interesting. And you can be so can you? Do you have like a really cool DM, or is vampire just a like character race or whatever that you can be now?
I have a really cool DM who kind of lets me flavor her how I like. So
Okay.
I do have like physical traits of a vampire. I have the eyes, the teeth, and everything, the skin,
Okay.
all fair and all that. But he made it so that way I am not basically being hunted by the villagers because they see things like Bugbear, which is another person in my group's player race as well. He's a Bugbear.
Cool.
And so he's basically
what the hell's
made
a
it so-
bugbear? Is it what it sounds like?
It's a race in DM that's basically like a giant bear owl thing. It's
Yeah, it's like a bear with an owl head, kind of.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
but
So it's
he
not
made-
it's not a bear that has like an exoskeleton.
no.
No, they're
Okay.
technically like in D&D. They're technically like goblinoids.
Turtle or nothing?
essentially.
What the hell's a turtle?
Ugh, Turtle, get out of here.
I don't know. Camcorder's saying turtle or nothing. Is a turtle some D&D thing?
It's like think a ninja turtle. That's a turtle.
Oh, okay. So it's a turtle, like a turtle person.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
Pretty sure.
How long
Yeah, there's actually coincidentally to fuse nerddoms. There's a portal in Magic the Gathering called Arkelos Lagoon Mystic. I think it was released last year with the previous D&D set.
fascinating.
Every turtle I've played with has been an asshole.
You have to
This is
play with a
when
turtle.
this is gonna be when Turtle shows up in chat. I know it's gonna be when he shows up in chat.
Goes up already on a rampage.
He senses
A
it.
turtle is both a tortoise and a turtle, you assholes, and they're both great.
It's just as soon as we start talking about turtles, he shows up. It's like his magic ability.
Do we know it's like Magic the Gathering ability, or are you saying like in real life? Oh, that's right. He plays fucking Yu-Gi-Oh like a nerd. All right.
Yeah.
Never mind. I obviously know the answer to my question.
Got the fucking herd of cards.
Do we know is
Yes, I am gonna
is-
just get
is
rid of the scene,
turtle
make a
fucking
new mold.
stateside or
It's gonna be
Canadian
better
or like French
after
or
we
something?
make the new mold off of the hard thing.
Do we know any of his demographics?
He's stateside, yeah. He's over by. It's not in Florida. I'm over in that area though.
I wonder if they have painter turtles down in that area, because them shits are my favorite turtles. So I wonder if he's familiar with them bitches. He probably is. He's really into turtles. So it makes sense. But
What if it's all a lie, dude? What if he's not into turtles at all? Or
he like fucking hates turtles. He's actually he's operating his forge with the burning corpses of turtles and just
Yeah,
trying to, like,
yeah,
make it seem
exactly.
Like he would never do that kind of thing.
I hate to break it to you, but I'm not that into sticks.
don't do this to me.
I
Do not
assumed
do
you were
this to
more
me.
into Greek mythology than anything.
Oh, I fucking love Greek mythology.
Boom, called it. Yeah.
Wait, are you saying you're not
What
into
is that river?
you're
first,
you're saying you're not into your screen name, right?
My screen name? No, I love my screen name.
But you're
Just
wait,
not
what do you
that
mean?
into the band.
Yeah, what are you talking about then?
The band.
Yeah.
Sticks.
Were we talking about the band?
Oh boy, you were very focused on your sculpture there for a minute, weren't you?
Did we totally talk about the band Styx?
No, dude. You talked about how mother flippin' Turtle's name was a ruse because really the whole thing we just said about the fueling the forge with turtle flesh. And then Styx said, I hate to break it to you, I'm not really into sticks, or some sort of phrasing along that. Now I don't even remember, dude. It's fucking me. But
Okay.
it was just a random dad joke that
Okay.
flew way over
Yeah,
that super
it
high
did.
up in the airhead.
It did. Yeah, totally. What's up, Harding? Haven't seen you in a long time, duder. How you doing? Hope your classes are treating you well. I don't know if you're done yet. A true gentleman. I am a true gentleman. This is the Armsy. Harding? Well, part of it.
Turtle fueled forging sounds metal as hell.
Yeah, this is the Armsy. We're getting it all done in plastic now. So, and I'm chatting with Styx. I'm chatting with Tricerathrax in the Discord.
I mean, honestly, you can just call me my name if you want, dude. Like, I'm not worried about being doxxed. What are they gonna do? Be like, oh, he's a guy.
Here's the guy.
Yeah, no, it's better for practice though for me.
I got you. Okay, do what you want then, I guess.
I don't think he knows my real name.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I think you told me.
Did I? I might. Yeah, I might have.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Everyone knows her name. You know, I would have been very pleased if I happened to just say the correct name.
Why not?
Not quite, but...
Also, I'm a super nerd who wants to have a family someday, and I actually did this morning consider if I were to have a daughter, I would want to maybe name her Alyssa Beth, just for the pun.
Oh, God.
But then that would be a terrible father, so.
Yeah, and your kid would not be happy about that, I guess. Eventually, when they're old enough to realize.
She's a bitch, dude. You know what I mean? Just kidding.
We'll come for your cards, man. Wait, whoa, what?
Who's coming for my cards?
I don't... I don't know.
Das ist mein Schatz.
Die sind meine Karte!
That...
Yeah, these are just...
Are you doing any gaming recently, Styx, or no?
No, not really anyway. I mostly just kind of sit at my computer and watch Twitch streams lately, because work has drained me of all willpower to want to play video games, so I haven't been playing anything.
Well, I'm just saying, we're gonna throw down on Ghost Exile tomorrow if you're interested.
I might actually get it just to play with you guys, because I want.
Well, do you have D&D again tomorrow? Probably.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. Fuck.
Harding, I changed my last name from Ginstack and give you what?
I had to change my last name for Ginstack and give her Elva Ginstack. Elva Ginslack? Alva Ginslack!
Sounds like slack vagina in French.
I'm guessing you can actually see things other than asterisks.
Oh, you can.
Yeah,
oh, does my
I can't
chat
look at it because it's a sexually explicit message?
Is that how it shows up for you, Styx, too?
Oh, it's
like
yeah. Apparently, this is my own options. So this is,
oh, okay.
Actually, is that word? There we go. Nope, it's still there. What the fuck, bitch? Show me the message, motherfucker.
Show me all the swear words. Working on some portfolio stuff to get a tech art job. Are you graduated, duder? Have you done graduated? Graduated? I need to hang out and Brush's stream. I haven't hung out in there in a while, and I have some questions about painting stuff.
Brush? No.
Yeah.
Fucking Brush. Fucked with my speakers again today.
He fucked with your what?
my speakers, my Google speakers. He fucked with them again today.
How did he fuck with your Google speakers?
Because so when I wake up, I usually put on his stream, and it's on speakerphone on my phone, so his sound comes through.
Oh,
And
right.
He knows I have Google speakers, and he knows I have them throughout the condo. So I have surround sound speakers, and in order to like kind of like get my attention, basically, he'll mess with my speakers, and so he did that again today.
Sounds about
Because
right.
he knows I'm there.
Oh my god. Congrats, dude. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. Now it is time to go and get that job. Start making that money. Okay, yeah, so, you know, it looks like it's going to take a little bit more time than I thought it was, cleaning up this fucking scene.
You'll be fine.
I know it'll be fine. I have to sculpt a face tomorrow, though, so,
What?
yeah.
The elf face?
No, the elf face is done. I have to sculpt.
Okay,
We got our new face today from Matt, so
Oh, word. Okay.
yeah, I have to finish it off.
So
we'll do-
the D-named one, that neither of those ones were good with him. We're not doing those
No,
ones.
yeah, you can't do those ones.
Cool, dude. Glad I
But
found
the
that
new-
out today after months of telling people, yes, we do have new faces launching in later this
Well,
year.
no, there will be new faces, just not that one.
Oh, word.
Yeah, that's what I'm That's what I'm sculpting tomorrow. Probably all day.
Okay.
I was thinking about streaming it, honestly, but then I was like, I don't even want to. It's not fun. It's not fun. We should play
Dude,
Project Zomboid. Dude, I've been telling people about Project Zomboid. Man, like, I do want to play Project Zomboid.
Is that
It looks
top-down
like-
one you were telling me about? Like,
Yeah, it's the top-down one. Have you played it, Harding? It's hard. From what I've watched of the gameplay, it's very difficult. Aw, you subscribed. Thank you. It's to get out of the ads, isn't it?
Hey, Sticks. The curse isn't going to really understand any of this, but the deck that I'm currently working on is a blue, white, and black deck. That's what the deck has the cool kids call it. But so the commander is this new card that just was like launched essentially 2 weeks ago. If you got it in a pre-release pack, but technically last week. It's called Zur the Eternal Schemer. Or actually, I'm sorry, it's just Zur, Eternals. There's no I'm lying. But anyway, his shit, the first ability that he has is that enchantment creatures have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof.
Okay.
And his second ability is that you can pay
Yeah, I
one
wanna-
of the planes to turn
I
a
want to
target
play,
non-aura enchantment into
that
a
super
creature
bad.
in addition to its
But
other
you gotta
types.
like watch
You
your
can basically turn your
bandages. You
enchantments
gotta
into creatures who
watch
then
like
also have
everything.
lifelink,
You gotta
Death
pay
Touch, and,
attention
Hexproof.
to every
And their power and
aspect.
toughness is equal to
And I
whatever their
haven't-
converted mana cost
I've
is.
watched a bit
Right.
of gameplay
Yep,
on it,
yep,
and
I'm
it
So,
seems that it's
I
kind of
kept thinking to
difficult
myself
to
for this
like figure
last
out the
month, I was
menu
like,
and figure
man,
out
if
where
there's a
you
way
have
I
to
could just
do
add
things at.
indestructible to these fucking creatures,
In
then
Project
they'd be,
Zomboid, that's what I'm
literally
referring to.
impossible to stop.
Yep.
So, I'm actually only putting 9 creatures into the deck. They're all enchantment creature gods with indestructible, and fun little effects that'll fuck with whoever I'm playing with. And then, of course, a ton of enchantments, but a good number, probably about a third of the other enchantments that aren't creatures, are auras. So basically, this deck, I'm gonna have creatures that, aside from the commander,
It's all good, dude.
have lifelink, death touch, hexproof, and indestructible. And then with my enchantments, I'm going to have a shit ton of them that allow me to either make it so other people's creatures have no abilities, can't attack or block, or the creature will just be mine. And then the other main thing about it is that I'll be turning people's lands into islands and fucking them over, because I'm pretty much the only person in my group that plays with blue anyway.
How many hours do you have into
Dirty.
it, Harding?
I love it. Are you taking this to like tournaments?
Yeah, I hadn't considered it, but our buddy Kyle does
I mean,
art.
have you played a ton?
I think may also be streaming right now.
Yeah, I think he's streaming tonight.
I think he is, yeah. But he was like, dude, you need to start going to tournaments, man. And I was like, I'm not very good, I don't think, but I don't know. With him and a couple other people telling me that I should, I guess I'll have to do it at some point when I see an opportunity out there.
I would take that deck personally and like run to the nearest tournament, because that sounds fucking dirty.
You know what? Maybe I'll take that advice. Once I've got the order for the cards in from TCG and they arrive, I plan on pissing off my housemate and his girlfriend or his fiance a little bit. But maybe if it works well, maybe I'll take it over to the local card shop and fuck around with some people.
Yeah, the only thing you do have to look out for is certain card shops have certain cards that they don't allow in the tournament, so
Yeah.
that's the only thing that you would have to be like weary of. But other than that, I don't see a reason why they would take out like literally a brand new card.
Well, I've been as I've like been plugging
30
cards into this deck list. I've also been checking to make sure like what formats they're legal in and stuff. So hopefully, I'll have avoided any sort of a hey.
Yeah, is he live right now, guys?
You
I
know,
thought he might be.
tournament
You
sort
can
of
play
thing
with someone
like
so
that.
they can help you, Cursed.
But yeah, should be very very.
That's
very
true.
fun.
That's what Harding and I are talking about. I think I might have to do that. I've been
like facing against that deck. I'd be fucking
probably maybe
pissed.
during like the month of October
You know,
or
the funny
something
thing
like
is,
that. I'd be down.
the entire time I've been building it, my plan was how
Oh,
do
not
I
yet?
piss
Okay.
off my housemate the most. And I know that his pet peeve with Magic is either being forced to mill or discard. So that's also a major component. The other thing is too is he's like one of those like chess player type dudes where like he sees what he has in his hand. He has his plan for his next 3 turns already. So if I can even fuck with one card in his hand, I've destroyed the next 3 turns of his gameplay. You know, I can just keep him off his feet. So hopefully between stealing all of his shit, turning his land into a land he can't use since he never plays blue or black, and stuff like that, he basically should just be falling all over himself the whole time and very frustrated by the end. And I'm
Oh
really
my god.
I
Do
love
you
it.
guys
I love
have you ever played the game Sorry?
it. Yes.
And you know how like it literally turns friends into enemies? Like it's just like this
sorry
this,
ain't got
this
shit
sounds
on MTG, dude. Oh yeah. It's gonna be great. The other thing is too is that the 2 people I play against, almost only against.
Harding, I
them,
totally
but,
will.
primarily
We're playing
either way.
tomorrow night. We're playing.
Neither of them really use a
You're
lot of
welcome
blue.
to join if you want. I don't know what your
So,
plans are,
just-
but we're playing
It's just gonna be
Ghost
so fun to
Exile
take their lands or turn their
and
lands into shit they
probably
can't use, or
Inside the Back
steal their fucking
Rooms.
creatures so that Tony can't set
Both
up
are
this
4-player
stupid bullshit
games.
where he's got all these triggers to set
Tricerathrax
up
and I are
these
gonna
different
exile
cards
some
he's already
ghosts,
got.
and then
Yeah,
the Inside the Back
it's gonna be
Rooms is
nuts.
actually
I
really
wanna-
good too. You
I
should check it
want
out. It's like a
to lose
$5
friends in
game.
this deck. I will know it's successful if my housemate never talks to me again for the next fucking 9 months we're living in this house. I did well.
Mission accomplished.
Hell yeah.
That's
Admittedly,
fine. I
most of
imagine
my-
it's probably a similar feeling that I had when you played as the witch in Dead by Daylight.
Did I ever play against you with that, or did you just like kind of tell me to play the game so you could drink beers and watch me piss people off?
I felt the same way though. Okay.
Yeah,
Either
so-
way,
Okay. I'll take it.
I
I'll
felt
take it,
I
yeah.
felt for the other players. Okay.
Fair. I can imagine. Dude, you remember that night that those 2 like fucking kids got really pissed and spent like an hour just texting
Oh
the
yeah.
other F word at me for like the longest time. I wonder if Sony actually did anything about that when I sent them the like 7 pages of screenshots of them calling me FAG over and over again.
I love 7-year-olds apparently, because that's all that does that.
Yeah, yeah, right. And the dumb thing too is I think I had maybe played like 2 games where these 2 guys were in the amongst the survivors, and both times I did very well. I was later told that the hag is apparently a cheat.
The hag. That not the
Which,
witch. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is a witch and a hag, isn't there?
I think
But,
there is a witch. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody liked it. But it's like I learned very quickly, I figured out where people tend to go on different maps, and so I would just set her little, like, teleport trap things up in the obvious places to do so, and so I'd appear right behind someone, slash them, and then carry them off to the fucking thing to hang them, and yeah, these two guys apparently couldn't handle that. It's been a long time judging me negatively about a sexuality they were unaware of. Also, I don't even know, like, can you even be called that word if you're pansexual? Because you got a lot more shit going on, right?
Well, it's the gaming community, dude.
I guess that's true.
I'm pretty sure that's their go-to word. Like,
but I'm also the gaming community, and I don't like lose to a dude in a game and then I just like call him that word over and over again for a fucking hour.
I don't know. That seems. It seems like that's pretty standard SOP for gaming communities. But you're not. I'm sorry. You're also not out there playing like Call of Duty online. You know what I mean? Like that's the real game. I don't even consider people who look. If that's what you're referring to as gaming community, you are incorrect. Because people who are big Call of Duty people are not gamers. They're generally just bigoted, violent people who don't have an outlet.
Yep.
I actually generally.
Ooh, this game lets me go to a place where I murder all the brown people. Like that's who the fuck plays Call of Duty.
Oh my god. Although I have had fun. I have had fun playing Call of Duty, but not online with strangers.
Yeah, right.
Spaldo and I used to get down on some Call of Duty back in the day. But
have you talked to that dude in a while?
Yeah, we're in touch. Dead by Daylight like is toxic as hell. Yeah, but that's what I was trying to say is like, you may think that like Call of Duty and Dead by Daylight are different in the communities, but they're not. They're the exact same community.
Yeah,
especially now. Dead by Daylight got fucking huge, dude. It's stupid how big that game is now.
Oh, wait, now it's super huge?
Yeah, dude, they're still launching new characters and like fucking everything. That game is big. Yeah, it was big when you were playing it, but it's only gotten bigger.
I'm always surprised to hear that about a video game. It seems like so many games, like they're fucking huge for 6 months to a year, and then it's basically like everybody forgot about it. You know, aside from maybe a hardcore community or something. But.
Yeah, I like because remember I told you I played Fortnite before it was a online
was what it is now.
Yeah. Fortnite when it launched was not at all what it is now.
Yeah.
It was a single, I think you could play multiplayer, but it wasn't, what's it fucking called? Like a sandbox, they're called Battle Royale games. Like PUBG and all those. It wasn't like that at all. Have I played Monstrum? No, I don't even know what that is.
That sounds familiar for some reason. Oh, look up. It's okay. Oh no, a horror game with permadeath. A horror survival game with permadeath. Okay.
Is it PC? Or
yeah. I'm silently watching the like trailer on Steam at the moment. It's like something to do with a freight yard. What? Yeah, I might watch this real quick. We'll see what happens. What the fuck is that? Is this a game where you're like trapped in freight containers with monsters?
I just got lagged out. Just got recommended a video about Neil Breen.
You're welcome.
It's somewhat like Dead by Daylight. Yeah, so like, there's a lot of games that tried that. Like the Friday the 13th game was like that. Technically, you could say that the new Evil Dead game is even reminiscent of Dead by Daylight. Actually, I need to play that again soon because they just released the patch where you can play as the characters from the remake of Evil Dead. And that looks pretty cool. Technically, the company that did, I think it's the company that did the Friday the 13th game is the one that did Predator Hunting Grounds, Tricerathrax.
Really?
Yeah. Did you ever play Friday the 13th?
I have not, but I've seen some things online that imply it's actually like a better version of Dead by Daylight, but you just only have, Jason or whatever to.
Yeah, but you have
Whatever.
a ton of, there's like, I think it can be up to 12 people in the match.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like you can, I think it's that many.
That's quite a few.
Yeah, I don't know. Seen better seams, guys. I'm not thrilled about all these seams, but
So let me ask you a question. Being that I couldn't possibly determine this myself, but with where you're at currently with the Armsy, obviously we
long?
don't need to worry about the release date since that's been pushed back
to January.
again.
Yes, yeah.
But no, February 23rd. Let's not make it sound better than
okay,
it is.
yeah.
But like how much longer do you think you have on that before you be?
It depends on like
completed product or completed thing.
Yeah. Probably like we're gonna be in molding stage by the end of the month.
Okay.
So making like production molds of all these pieces that I've made by the end of the month, and then it's just god damn it, and then it's just making all the fucking molds. So I would say by October, although on stream I don't know if I'll be working on it after a certain point, because it's just gonna be difficult to do.
Yeah.
But I found my display, dude. $100 on Amazon. Really cool black circular like Lazy Susan basically.
Yeah.
That rotates on by itself. So you like plug it in and it'll just rotate, and I just got to build. That's going to be the time consuming part that I probably won't be able to stream, which really sucks, because it would probably be cool to stream, but unless it's cooled off enough in the studio, it's gonna be really difficult to do that. And that is all the model making. So like once he's put on there, I have to build out fake dirt and grass, and like I'm gonna have Matt print out 3D print miniature luggage cases, like from the game. And I'm gonna like paint them up and put them in the grass around him, and I'm gonna build one totem. I might actually build a totem out of like wood or something like that, and have it like cattywampus off to the side.
I think it'd be cool if you also had 4 wood segments just kind of randomly about in the air in front of him, as though he just ran through a tree.
Yeah, logs.
Yeah, I can imagine that would kind of end up looking sort of weird and tacky. So
yeah,
obviously not a real suggestion, but them things do love destroying trees.
Did you end up playing the forest anymore, Sticks, or no?
Not on my actual like PC, but on my VR headset, yes.
That's what I meant. Yeah. How far did you end up playing with enemies at all, ever?
Yeah, I played when I first played. I played with enemies, and then they like.
Oh, that's right.
Because it's different when it's through VR and they're literally right in front of you and they're jumping at you over a fire. It scares the shit out of you. So yeah, so it's like genuinely horrifying. So I only played one time with enemies, and then after that I just played without them to learn the game, and then again I played with enemies and died on like the 3rd night, I think.
Awesome.
I love VR, but I fucking hate VR horror games. Like
what is the best VR game you've played?
So far, the best VR game that I've played is
Farm Simulator.
No.
Did you just say fucking Farm Simulator, dude?
She's bugging me about Farm Simulator all the time in my chat, okay? So
but so far, honestly, I really like the game Vermilion.
Why do I know that? I know that.
Which is like, it's like it is a game, but it's not. It's like VR painting, and I love it.
Okay. Oh, can you actually like export your completed works and stuff from it?
Yep.
I've heard of this. Have you streamed Vermilion?
I have tried to, but it kind of fucked with my my OBS a little bit, so you couldn't see everything that I was doing. So I kind of got rid of that whole concept.
Said fuck
pretty
it,
quickly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I played Farm Sim for 10 minutes before I flipped my tractor. Can you actually flip your
Dude, that's why my
tractor in
stepdad
Farm
can't get
Sim?
a job.
Because
Yeah,
he
of
flipped
course
a
you can.
tractor?
Yeah, you can flip a tractor, or yeah, flip a tractor.
Hmm.
You have to buy it, so that would kind of suck.
Well, sounds like lagged out. God damn it. I wish you had told me that your name was lagged out, not logged out, like, I don't know, 6 months ago.
Hey, dude, it's okay. The name's actually lugged out because he's a mechanic.
You apparently did good enough. You got a tractor right away within 10
Well,
minutes.
You get enough money to buy like starter equipment, so then you
It's
can
a hoe and a post hole digger.
here's your push mower. Enjoy.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Really make you earn it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's leg donut. I kind of like leg donut.
Like donut. Dude, like donuts. That sounds delicious. Is that just like a leg-sized donut?
Krispy Kreme.
And elephant ears are a
Or a
pastry.
donut-sized leg.
Elephant ear size. It could be a donut-sized leg, or maybe it refers to some sort of joint. I'm not really sure. And I know in Texas they call joints hog legs because they have shitty weed and have to roll huge ones. So maybe like a leg donut is like the donut you get because you have the munchies from a big old fat Texas joint.
Big old fat Texas joints.
Texas joints.
My husband is calling me annoying because I keep texting him and asking him if he's done yet because he's at the gym, and I know he's got like another 45 minutes left, and I text him every like 5 minutes asking if he's done.
Has he texted you back that you need to stop or he'll turn this car around? And then he was like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's basically told me that I'm annoying, and then I said love you, and he said love you too, but you're still annoying.
Does your husband also nerd out to the card gamage?
He tried the digital one on Epic.
Oh, okay.
He didn't like it because he's not a huge card person, so
Yeah.
he's not a huge fan of that. But he does play Final Fantasy 14, and he nerds out on that, like hardcore. I think he's got
Actually-
every class and job to max right now. So
Blood was a big Borderlands fan, right?
yeah, huge,
That's right, yeah.
massive.
Does he
Yeah.
hate the most recent one because they fucked the storyline up real stupid?
He
But
hasn't
also enjoys
played,
playing it?
He hasn't played Tina's Wonderland yet.
Oh, I'm
but,
not referring to that one. I'm referring to Borderlands 3, where they were like, hey, the mechanics are going to be great, but we're going to totally go away from everything we built so far with the lore and leave people wondering what the fuck's going on.
Oh, he doesn't. He plays it, but he doesn't like play it for the lore of it. He plays it because he likes
Oh,
shooting games, basically. So
okay, I'm the opposite.
That's why I played it. Although I like the story as a sidebar, but it's not the reason I play it.
yeah, same for him. It's same thing with like Final Fantasy 14. He plays it, but he doesn't play it for the story. He plays it because he needed a
Mechanics
replacement for
appeal
World
to
of Warcraft. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I feel like getting into Final Fantasy is like even if I wanted to, feels like such a daunting thing to do because how can you come in this late in the game? You know what I mean? Like, what's even? There's no way you're going to catch up to everything going on. This is-
I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, I've only played like 2 Final Fantasy games, but I'm not sure that you really need to play previous ones to be able to play current ones. Like, I'm going to assume from what I do know about Final Fantasy that probably you'd have some sort of greater understanding that isn't necessarily integral to being able to get what's going on, but it would give you more of an appreciation for it based on understanding the past of the series.
Oh,
If
Yeah,
that makes any sense.
so Final Fantasy, basically every game is like a new game. There's little like Easter eggs of previous games, but the stories are completely different stories. They have nothing to do with each other. So
okay.
if you were to play like Final Fantasy VII, for example, you wouldn't have to play the other 6. You can just play 7 and you'd still know what the hell is going on.
Oh, okay. I see. Turtle, what's going on, dude? You missed it. We were already talking about turtles earlier. Short film is at 1,164. Nice, dude. Congrats. It's getting up there. None of them go together except for very rare exceptions, sort of like Zelda. Zelda doesn't go together? None of them shits all go together either?
Not really. Not the story, anyway. Like, the
Just
characters are the same, obviously, but for the most part, yeah, the stories don't really interlink.
I'm that guy who knows so little that up until probably I was 25, I thought Zelda was the character you were playing.
No, dude, Zelda is Robin Williams' daughter.
That's true. That's
Yep.
true.
Because Robin Williams knew what the names of the characters in those games were. Cursed, because he liked them.
Look at that, full circle, guys. Back to Robin Williams.
Yeah. Also, I
Yeah,
can't
no,
really
no
talk
boo.
shit because I've only ever played the golden cartridge for the original NES Zelda, so yeah, I'm not really ripping on you there.
I know my wife is super excited about. They just officially gave a release date for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
And apparently they were doing the same thing that the Forest guys were doing, where they like kept pushing it back. It was supposed, I guess, to be released this year, a couple
Yeah.
of times, and they kept pushing it back. So
A bunch of dicks, dude.
again, if the game is good, you know, whatever. But if they keep
Yeah.
pushing it back, and it's still garbage, like, you know, like that.
Yeah, if it's all glitches in February, I will figure out where Evernight's located, drive over there, and I will say very stern things to them and do nothing violent and leave. My violence is saved for sarcastic comments in Minecraft.
It always concerns me when when Creatively talks about turtles. It was a group conversation.
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah.
We believe that your whole thing about turtles is actually a cover-up for the fact that
Ooh,
you
that's
feel
right. We came up with a whole
turtle
theory.
flesh. Yeah.
Yep.
You're a turtle murderer. Which is a way
Just
to-
made a new TikTok about the new
Murderer?
Zelda game an hour ago. Okay, nice. Stern things, exactly. The last Zelda game I played was Twilight Princess on GameCube. All right.
Shit, even then, that's pretty fucking. I think it's a contribution to my previous statement that I've only ever played the original, or like the one on NES back in the day.
No, I was just more implying like I don't know any of them. I know Breath of the Wild because my wife plays it, but that's literally the only.
Is she still playing it? Or
No,
has she beat
that's
it?
not true. Is there one? Oh my god, Turtle's gonna freak if I get this wrong. Is there one called like Majora's Mask or something like that?
Yes, there is.
Ha ha!
If I recall, it's
Take
one of the
that!
more like popular ones throughout the
Yes.
series. That's the one
Man.
where like there's like the fucking moon is angry and crashing at the planet
Yeah.
and gonna kill a big note.
My favorite was Wind Waker.
It's the one with all the boats, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Haven't played Zelda in 30 years, but at least I kind of know themes.
You mean my favorite? Oh, is that your favorite turtle? Hey, Turtle, you didn't answer me on Discord. I don't. Those badges you made are. If I buy them, can they also be emotes? Maybe this is a stupid question. Maybe this is like I don't know. But what if I just want them to be emotes? I don't want badges, or I don't need badges, I should say.
Wait a minute, did I?
And I had to ask if he, dude, appreciate that I got the name right, okay? Like, take your wins where you can get them, Turtle, okay?
That feels like weirdly fallacious in a gaslighty way, but I don't know how to explain it. Whatever, it's acceptable now. I couldn't come up with it.
I am gonna head out because I am starving. So if you're on still in like, I don't know, 30 minutes, I'll be back.
Okay, well, I'm here, so yeah. If not, I will catch up with you later, Sticks.
I'm still gonna be lurking, so.
Okay,
Bon
awesome.
appetit.
What?
Said bon appetit.
I'm gonna have brisket and I'm gonna have some mashed potatoes and it's gonna be delicious.
That
does
sounds
sound good.
fucking delicious.
Okay, bye.
Especially brisket.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Dude, I fucking love brisket, dude.
Brisket is some quality food, man. I have to resize them, but yeah, they can. Well, how does it work on your site right now? If I buy them, do I download them for your site or do you send them to me? How does this work? I might be able to resize them if it's easy to do. Are you saying resize them just to be the pixel requirement for Twitch's requirement? Because I can probably do that. If I don't know what kind of file you're going to send me. I don't know how this works, okay? So how far do you think you're into building your card deck, dude?
I'm about halfway there. I think the last time that we were chatting on your stream, you mentioned that I kind of had. Maybe it was when I was talking to Aaron yesterday. Anyway, I had a list that I had built up, but I had this epiphany yesterday morning while I was waking up to get ready, get ready for the day, and I was like, oh shit, I can do this thing I've been wanting to do the whole time, but hadn't been figuring out how to do. If I just do this one simple thing,
Right.
Because with this is going to some of the stuff I was saying to Sticks, but like there's different like types of cards, of course, in the game, and there are creature cards, there are enchantment cards, artifact cards, blah 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 blah. There's a handful of cards that are both enchantments and creatures, and so my commander gives them these three abilities. One is hexproof, which means that if one of my opponents were to play a spell to like fuck with that creature, it just doesn't affect them.
Okay, Turtle, I'll
They
check it
also
out.
have Death Touch, which means if I use
I didn't
those
get a chance to
creatures
do
in
it today,
combat,
but I will
and, my
definitely be
opponent blocks
purchasing
them
all
at
the horror
with another
things. You know,
creature, the
I'll
creature they
I'll
block
scoop
with
them
will
up.
automatically die. I mean, my creature could literally have one power, which is like its attack strength, so to speak, and their creature could have literally infinite amounts of life, and they will still automatically die because my creature had Death Touch. But then on top of that, my creatures will also have lifelink, which means whatever amount of damage I do to my opponent, I will gain that much health. So it's already pretty potent. But I've also chosen to put only creatures into the deck that have indestructible, which means that they cannot be destroyed. So between the hexproof that they get from my commander and the indestructible that they just naturally have themselves, once I have a creature out on the battlefield, as long as my commander is also on that battlefield, just literally nobody can do anything about what I'm about to do. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
essentially like a control deck. But I've been trying to think of like, well, how, hexproof and fucking the other two things are great. But I was like, how can I, 100% keep people from fucking destroying my creatures or removing them from the game or whatever the fuck? And then I realized, oh shit, all the old god cards are enchantment creatures and they're indestructible, so they naturally would already not be able to be destroyed. But as long as my commander's out, they'll also not be able to have spells played against them to like exile them from the game or literally any fucking other thing. The only way that my creatures will be able to be fucked with is if I personally am like, I guess I'm gonna sacrifice it for whatever reason I choose to, And so I ended up like redoing the deck to where I only actually have 9 creatures in the deck out of my 100 cards, which is generally speaking, I know you wouldn't already know this, but like generally speaking, that's a very, very low number. But the thing is that my selection of the cards that I've chosen also will allow me to steal creatures from my opponents which means I can create an even bigger battlefield if I want. Of course, their creatures, chances are, won't be enchantment creatures, so they won't get all the extra bonuses, but it will mean that I've removed one of their forms of offense from their battlefield and added it to mine. And so it doesn't really matter if they're, you know, basically invincible like my own shit will be, because I'm using their shit against them. You know, they won't have anything because I have it. And
Well,
then,
Turtle says that's a lot of words to say my game isn't as cool as Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's very few words to say I don't understand how magic works, so I play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Are they even comparable at all? Like, at all? Is the game style similar?
No, not at all. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh cards have shitty artwork. It's not very
No,
complex.
I know. It's a
for
game.
3-year-olds. Magic's for
gameplay.
adults. It's very
Hey,
beautiful
seriously.
cards.
Gameplay. Is gameplay at all
To be
similar?
honest with you, I don't actually know. To be honest, I'm just shitting on Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's unfair. But no, I couldn't answer that. Honestly, I feel like Turtle would know the answer to that better. Turtle clearly is a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but it seems to me from the last 2 times we've debated on those 2 games that Turtle clearly has some knowledge of Magic as well.
I can just send them through emote-sized ones after. They actually shouldn't even need to be resized now that I think about it. Twitch should scale. Does Twitch auto-scale the emotes? Okay. All right, cool. Well, I'll let you know how the link works and how I receive them. That's pretty cool, dude. Might have to bug you someday about how to set up a fucking website. Since you're all like mastering that shit now. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more based around monster and trap cards? Okay. I'll take your word for it, dude. Magic is more based on managing resources and monster cards.
Definitely resource management's a huge part of it. And depending on the deck, the monster card end of it is also accurate. It kind of depends on what you're going for. It could be managing resources and shit that has nothing to do with your creatures. But usually it's what Turtle said. Or often, I should say. I don't know if I can say usually. That might be hyperbolic, but... And also, this is based on my limited, almost a year of experience even playing the games.
Magic, you mean, right? That's right, you never played it when you were younger, right?
Yeah, my parents said it was satanic, so I wasn't allowed to.
Watch, once you really get into it, you like open up a seal or something like that.
And I actually mean Satan, dude.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I'd be pretty fucking down, dude. The guy seems like pretty chill. Just kind of got screwed by some
Make some pork chops.
fucking incel dude who created the universe.
If I ever figure out how to travel westward instead of just hugging the eastern coast. Have fun making your pork chops like that. God, I'm wondering how much I want to fuck with this scene here. Oh my god. Yeah, probably, maybe on my Halloween stream, I'll launch the next project. Maybe that'll be what I do. By then, all the other projects should be wrapped up, or at least very close to it, so... Oh, Turtle, sorry I missed your stream yesterday. I saw you went live, and then I fucking was like, oh, I'm gonna jump on, and then I got distracted. You're gonna hate what I paid a really talented body horror artist here on Twitch, 35 USD a pop for drawings. I'm probably not gonna hate it. The artist probably deserves the money. How much did you pay? How much per drawing? Camcorder. Star 3. $3 a drawing?
Hey,
Why
Turtle,
are
you might have mentioned this the last time we were both on stream, but have you by chance played the Pokemon card game at all?
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's my bad. For 3 drawings. I think that's fair. How big are they? Hell, that's cheap. I mean, depending on the artist. I don't think I would do anything for $35. Like, I don't. It sounds so terrible, but it's true. They're just concept art. Like, so they're like sketches. They're sketches, right? Gotcha, okay. Those are my prices. Oh my god, how am I gonna get at that little guy?
Magic.
Do this light to create a different shadow, maybe? How am I gonna get this guy? Well, it's not like holding this thing isn't too hard too. It only weighs 5 pounds.
My goodness.
But they are just concept art. Yes, I asked them to draw 3 body horror sea slugs. One is made to feet, one is made to fingers, and one is made of ears and fingers. That's pretty fucking terrifying. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to get to Tricerathrax to start streaming his own streams, and then he can go to Turtle for some cool emotes.
That is indeed true.
Yes, but they are so good. Oh, did you already get them? Did you already receive them? God damn it. Wait, what?
I asked if Turtle would
Oh,
had
okay.
played the Pokemon card game. Oh, no shit, Magic's closer to Pokemon than Yu-Gi-Oh! Interesting.
Can you get into Pokemon now, man?
Well, I mean, like, I'm just enough of a nerd that despite the age I was when Pokemon, like, got over here in the States, or I guess maybe specifically to Michigan, if that matters, I was probably a little bit too old for it to be interesting to me, like, normally, you know what I mean? But, I liked the concept of these, like, things that hit a certain power level and evolve into something that's, like, more badass, you know? And
Right.
then I found out that the creator of Pokemon had creationist parents, and he literally designed the whole concept of Pokemon evolving to be like, fuck you, evolutionist feel to his religious parents, and I was like, I relate to this shit. And so that gave me a bit more of an appreciation for it. But yeah, I mean, I've always thought Pokemon in general was cool. After the first couple of generations, they kind of get absolutely fucking stupid. I mean, there's a fucking Pokemon that's literally an ice cream cone.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
If this was some sort of an SCP thing, I'd probably think it was cool, but it's like, it's just an ice cream cone. Literally a single scoop ice cream cone. And guess what happens if it evolves, dude? Double scoop. And guess what happens if it evolves for the third time?
Triple
Triple scoop, bro. Like, What the fuck? Obviously the best thing that Japan has ever created. Anyway, but anyway, yeah. Some of the newer stuff really stupid. Some of them are pretty cool, but it seems to me that like over the course of the fucking 7 generations or whatever now Pokemon that have been released, they've continually been like more and more cartoony. Like there were some like badass looking shits, even if you're not normally into like the Pokemon style of animation. Um, that came out with their initial release, and even with the second one, and then the third one, there were a few, and then after that, it was like everything was absolutely stupid. Like there's a Pokemon called Rotom.
Well, probably I'm guessing because like younger kids were getting involved and stuff like that, right?
I mean that could be, but we were young kids when we got involved, so
Okay,
so to
now
speak,
they're computer
you know.
screened.
Um,
Oh, they are drawing them. Okay.
but yeah, it just got silly. Like it seems like it honestly, the way that Pokemon has gone, it seems like a resurgence of what Japan did after World War II, where they were like, oh fuck, we don't want people to know that we're super genocide-y and colonizing and stuff like white folks, so we're just gonna make up Hello Kitty and a bunch of dumb, super like fucking cartoony bullshit, so that people forget about our incredibly terrible past, you know? And then with Pokemon, they were like, oh, you know what? Some of these looked kind of scary. Let's make them all into fucking floating marshmallows from now on. You know? And I was like, dude.
Were any of them like actually scary though? Like,
I mean, if you were to bother to look into the lore of some of these things, visually, some of them are, you know, kind of scary, but it's Pokemon animation, so not super scary, you know. But you know, even in some of the more modern releases of Pokemon, some are very, very scary. One of my favorite Pokemon is this Pokemon called Drowsy that looks essentially like what are those things that aren't quite pigs called? Like
some are scary.
Taper or tapir, depending on your
Oh yeah,
preference.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's named Drowsy, and that thing literally sustains itself by eating the nightmares of children. You know, so like, there's some fucked up shit. There's one that I think's like a goddamn balloon or some shit that like tricks kids into chasing after it, and then it fucking consumes them or some shit. I don't know. There's a lot of weird child murdery bullshit that goes on in Pokemon lore that isn't super well known for just like the general people maybe who are fans, but people who bother to, you know, read the Pokedex entries when they're playing the game, or who like just are really big fans and look into the lore. Yeah, there's a lot of super creepy bullshit, you know. And it's because a lot of the like.
Thank you, voluptuous dumpster fire, for hanging out again. 100 points to you for your name. I love it. Have a great night.
I'd say 150 points.
I'd say 200
Also,
points.
I don't know if these are even real points or how to give them to voluptuous fire, but I give all my points to that name because the entire decade we're in so far has been a dumpster fire.
What is random air bubble there? Yeah, it's always been the animation that's turned me off to Pokemon. I never liked it, so. And I said this one time. I said this one time in stream before, saying that another thing I honestly think that like I really didn't like Pokemon for was it wasn't just Pokemon. It was the fact that Pokemon got so popular that other types of shows with the same animation started coming out, and they started
Like
getting rid. Yeah, and then they started getting rid of the other shows I did like. So
Yeah.
it was like it wasn't just that it was just Pokemon. It was that it literally ended up getting rid of other quote unquote Saturday cartoon type things.
Well, yeah,
you know?
I mean, like that show was kind of like the, I guess, TV version of the British invasion, you know, with fucking the Beatles, or everybody's like, all we listen to is the Beatles now.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
Pokemon
man.
comes out 30 years later, and everybody's like, all we do is watch things about goofy monsters that transform from Japan.
Yeah, I was
You
I
know?
was bummed about that aspect more than anything else. It's just
Yeah,
that it just
yeah.
seemed like everything started going in that direction, but I am
Yeah, which
excited.
is
Turtle shared
upsetting.
the new trailer with me, or maybe I saw it somewhere. I think Turtle showed it to me though. The trailer for the Cyberpunk movie that Netflix is doing actually looks really fucking good.
But, like, is it a movie that's
It's an
general,
animated
like,
movie. It's an
Cyberpunk universe, or is it
Yeah,
based on
it's
like the failed game?
it is based upon the failed game.
Or initially failed.
Oh,
maybe successful.
Cyberpunk is out? It's out?
A movie?
Yeah, it's an animation. Yeah, it's an anime movie. Came out 2 days ago. I've heard it's incredible.
Series, okay.
Oh, it's a series. 10 episodes. Okay, shit. There's boobies in it, dude.
Whoa, dude. Sorry, I gotta jump out of chat real quick. Nah, but I'll probably watch this one. What did he say it was on?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
Is that the one you don't have?
I mean, I don't have it, but Tony has it, so I have it. So.
Oh, okay. I haven't played, obviously, the Cyberpunk game, so I have no idea what the connection is to the game. Or if it's, I'm guessing a loose. How did the cast come out, dude? Look at it. It's so pretty, dude. Came out great. We are a win. We are a win. You streaming tonight, dude, or what you doing? What you doing, Mr. Kyle does art?
Oh, Mr. Kyle's here, hey?
Mr. Kyle is here.
Pretty cool.
You're about 30, 45 minutes. Gotcha. Cool.
What does that even mean? He's already here. What does it mean he's here in about 30 to 45?
I asked if he was going to be streaming.
Oh, word.
And yes, I am here in about... You know, I had no problem with that sentence until you said something. I was like, that makes sense to me. I don't know. You can say, yeah, here in about 5 minutes, I'm going to go do this thing. You know, it makes sense. Yeah, Kyle does that stuff too, right? He does fuck magic. That's what
Yeah. He's been over a few times, played a few games with us.
I'm not sure we have to really worry about the seams that are going to be there. It's kind of shitty this seam went right through there. That means I wonder if this is going to line up the way it needs to.
You know, I guess I'll just leave it like that. God damn it.
Interesting. Not terrible. It's not terrible. It's a little terrible. It's not bad.
Yo, dude. I learned something hilarious recently. Or, well, it's hilarious to me. I don't know how funny you'll find it, but... have you ever heard of somebody named Cristoforo Colombo?
Christopher Columbus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that fucking...
Columbus.
That nerd... Well, he's not a nerd, otherwise he would have actually been a good navigator, probably. But anyway, when he, you know, quote unquote, found America, which wasn't a place that existed when he found it.
Yeah.
I guess it's believed that the first place he actually landed was San Salvador, and he did the Columbus-y things you'd expect. Imprisoned a bunch of the
I thought we already knew
there.
that he landed it down in like South America when he got here.
Well, you and I know it, but the general what's taught in school bullshit is that he came here and then immediately pilgrims like 100 years
Yeah,
later.
no, but seriously, is that really what's still taught? Because I swear even like public education circa Wayland was still said that he didn't actually land in North America, or am I mistaken?
I couldn't tell you now. I can tell you that the whole time I was going to school, the story was he landed here somewhere. No one ever specified where, and then boom, America, which for a billion reasons makes no sense. But anyway, he went to presumably went to San Salvador, imprisoned a bunch of the San Salvadoran people on his ship, and then decided that he was going to force them to navigate to Japan for him. And when I say Japan, I mean Cuba, which he thought was Japan. And by the way, even after apparently getting... Now, by the way, so on the way to Cuba, the people that he had imprisoned, like, so he writes in his like journals and stuff about when he first got to like San Salvador. First of all, he's like really pervy and writes over and over again about how hot and sexy the chicks there are, you know. But it's like in a context where he's like, dude, these chicks are super hot. They'd be great slaves in Portugal. Like that's his thing, you know. And then he thinks he's gonna get over to Japan, but while he's having his initial engagement with the people of San Salvador, he, which I think may have been called the Taino people or something like that. I guess there's still. Anyway, well, that's a whole other thing. But so he fucking initially is like exchanging gifts with them, you know, like a new cultural type thing, which would normally be okay. Like, hey, we've never met you
until
before.
he
You've
takes
never
them
met
on
us.
as their until he takes them on as the navigators.
Well, it's even before that, it gets kind of fucked because he's like trading them, you know, jewelry type stuff and whatnot, and they're trading him their jewelry type stuff, and he's like, these people are fucking idiots, dude, because they think that these glass beads I'm giving them are equivalent to the gold they're giving me. And he was thinking like a fucking Westerner, you know, so he was like, they don't understand value. But in reality, for them, it's more likely a situation where they were like, oh, he gave me a rock, I will give him a different pretty rock. You know, because they didn't put that weird importance on it like the Europeans were doing. And so then he kidnaps a bunch of them, essentially, or whatever phrase makes sense for imprisoning them on a boat, forces them to navigate to quote-unquote Japan for him. But they figure out that the only thing this dude gives a fuck about at all is just the gold they were wearing. So, like, on the way to Japan, Cuba, they're like, hey, there's actually this island right here where all the people wear like shitloads of gold stuff. You should stop here before we get to Japan, Cuba, because there's a lot of gold. And Columbus was like, I like gold. Cool.
Where do they stop?
So I forget exactly where they stopped, but as soon as they got up to shore, all these unwilling navigators were like, fuck you, bitch, and like pieced out and just scattered and ran away. And you know, then he had to get to Japan, Cuba on his own. But man, this dude like was a piece of he's just a piece of work, to be very kind about it.
I think that
I guess contextually, he wasn't really any worse than the other Italians from fucking Genoa at the time, because apparently.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just reading chat. What? Kyle and lagged out are reuniting. So when are you gonna get your own stream set up?
And Kyle like doing some fun shit, or what's going on?
I don't know. When are you streaming, dude? When are you gonna start streaming?
Talking to me or like
you? Like
I don't know, dude. My memory sucks a penis, and not in a good way. So like, tell me the shit I need, I'll write it down, and I'll start doing it, dude. I don't know. I don't know why I'm not doing it, or why I would do it even. Yeah, it's, I feel like the whatever. I don't know, dude. I'll do it. Should have asked me like 2 tall boys ago. I didn't.
Oh, what are you drinking?
My recent go-to, which is the Bud Light Seltzer Retro Tie-Dye, because I fucking love anything that is a cherry limeade. I'm gonna be fucked here though soon, because there's one place left that still is carrying it around here.
Yes, Turtle. Didn't you know? Japan, Cuba. Wait, real quick. Oh no, never mind. That was a stupid question. Never mind. I was gonna be like, how did he know that Japan was a place he could go to? But I'm gonna guess.
So like,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Known world at the time, like, included fucking like Asia, Europe, and Africa.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But so, okay, look, Columbus is a dumb piece of shit
Yeah.
for a lot of reasons, but he sort of had one good idea, which was like when he was initially out sailing and shit, he was like, hey, I bet you these eastern flowing currents could take me from wherever I might go back to Europe. But
Right.
the part where he was dumb is that he thought 5/6 of the Earth was fucking land.
Oh,
So he
so-
thought he would
okay.
take a tiny little trip over to Asia and then just kind of naturally float back. And,
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and he, you know, being generally very Western and
Well, we
and
wouldn't
ignorant.
have. Like at that time, there's no idea of how big the actual fucking world is, right? Like,
Incorrect. People
Really?
had pretty much calculated not only that. First of all, the whole thing where it's like everybody thought the world was flat, but fucking Christopher Columbus was like, "Fuck you guys, no it ain't." That is 100% a myth, and like most of the known world.
I
is
think
square.
I knew that,
Especially-
but I
Especially sailors and navigators knew that the world was not a flat thing. Like that was just common knowledge.
right.
Columbus, it's kind of funny because with the myth of him, you know, the myth is that like he's the one person who understood fucking 600 years ago that the Earth was an oblate spheroid. But in reality, he was just a dumb turd who was the person with the least accurate idea, because everybody else pretty much got that it was some kind of a sphere, right? He was like, no, it's specifically the shape of a pear. Which he was wrong about. And the other thing is too is after he did his fuckery out this way, that essentially made the fucking transatlantic slave trade and the big sugar industry two of the worst things in our country's history exist. He then failed to navigate to any of his subsequent destinations. Even worse, to the point where he was fucking exiled from goddamn Italy. He was buried in on an unmarked, or like an unnamed and unmapped island where nobody would give a fuck about him. And then people just picked apart his grave over the next couple hundred years. And now, I mean, luckily the dude has just been not revered in any way when it comes to his actual physical form. I don't know why the fuck over here. Well, actually, I know exactly why the fuck over here. We're all like, oh no, he was fantastic.
Well, that's my point. I just don't know.
Snickers and slaves and stuff.
Well, yeah, but I
Maybe
just.
Snickers.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't think that's what's being taught about Columbus anymore. That's my point.
Well, I would
That's-
fucking hope not. But the only thing I have telling me that that's not what he's being taught is you saying you don't think that. But you know, and you might be right. I don't have any fucking idea. But yeah, I mean, at least
Columbus,
even
a
during the
man
time that I was in
remembered
high
and
school, I know he was
revered
being
for
taught.
the rest of history for being catastrophically wrong at every turn. That means there's still hope for you, creatively cursed. Whatever, fuck you, dude.
Dude,
Jesus.
Mike has never had a child sex slave trade, so I mean,
That's
like
true.
comparing him to
That is very
Columbus,
true.
whereas wildly accurate is still a little unfair. Also, I'm kidding. I don't think you're wrong at every turn. Or maybe I'm not thinking about the turns you've taken. Have you been doing dumb shit this whole time for 20 years, dude?
Yeah, true. Turtle's just
God
mad that
damn
I'm
it.
not as big of a nerd as he is.
Well, that's a weird thing to be mad about.
Wait, why are you?
at least.
What are you guys talking about? We need to get those miners,
miners?
here. What the fuck?
I meant minor with an O, like little children.
Armsy Day, I agree. Yeah.
Yo, I'm down with replacing that day with Armsy Day. Armsies, A, actually do what they're supposed to, and B, don't genocide and enslave massive populations.
Well, they might genocide, you know? I'm just saying.
Genocide's the whole people, dude. They're just trying to kill you, one guy, whose kid got stolen. by
As soon as 8 of us show up, they're trying to kill all of us.
Well, 8's a small population, dude.
On an island.
Man, somebody could come in and kill all of us at work, and that's still not a genocide. The geno part means genes. It's like literally wiping a gene pool out of existence. That's just a mass murder otherwise.
Okay, but hypothetically, if we were the only ones on the island with our genes, that would be a genocide.
I almost got really mad because I thought you meant pants. No, the fair statement, I guess. In a very small regional context, that's a fair statement. But yeah, but fuck Cristofero Colombo, dude. Like, what a silly idiot.
Is this more Behind the Bastards podcast stuff?
Actually, yeah. Recently, I got back into the show, and he had like a 3-part thing on Columbus. To be honest, I missed probably about 75% of what was talked about in it because I was trying to listen to it while also working. But yeah, dude, that dude is fucking. Well,
What if I'm wearing shorts when I'm genociding? What the fuck? Oh my god, what is going on in chat?
Porn cleaners wipe up gene pools all the time.
What the fuck?
God damn. You know what? I'm glad we work on the manufacturing end and not the retail end. Now that Lagged Out pointed that out to us.
Yeah.
Woo. All right. God damn, dude. Shit's funny.
Oh my god. Come on, you stupid scene. So we got a new plan of action tomorrow for Ghost Exile. Who's throwing down on Ghost Exile?
Yes.
We need more players for tomorrow. Turtle, download it. Let's play some
plan is
Ghost Exile.
My thought is be less drunk when we started, first of all. So I'm going to do that.
You couldn't have been that drunk. You just had gotten home.
Oh, that's right. We're talking about Ghost Exile, not fucking in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're going to do both those games, can we do the back rooms first? Because there's no way I can do it while I'm intoxicated. It's very problematic. I'll be too scared and angry.
Well, I got to hit up Nico, although I think it's next week his Haunt starts up. I was going to see if he wanted in. I don't even know what it is. It's a scary game, Turtle. It's a scary game. Ghost Exile. You do really good.
It's
you
like
won't be scared
watching
at all.
a ghost hunter show on TV, except for ghosts actually exist, so it's actually scary.
Yeah, that's true. Have you ever watched one of those fucking shows, dude? I can't stand
I
those
used to
shows.
when I was much younger and hadn't quite got myself out of the incredibly stupid bullshit my parents raised me to think, you know?
Yeah.
But after that, I was like, you guys are just manipulating people for money in really terrible ways. You know?
And it's
like,
not even entertaining.
It's not at all. I'm like, dude, the device you're saying you're bringing in would have nothing to do to interact with the energies or whatever the fuck you're talking about, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Wait, they're not gonna clean up. What the fuck? Oh, okay, sorry. I thought.
Yeah, they're not gonna clean themselves up. That makes sense.
Oh, there are some good amount of air bubbles on this thing, but those are easily fixed. Maybe, possibly. What do you think your biggest guilty pleasure TV show you ever did?
You asking me or the stream in general?
You.
Oh, word. Well, I need to take a bio break like 10
okay,
minutes ago.
cool.
So I will consider that question as I do that, and I'll be back.
Yeah. Cool. Those are such idiots. They make MTG players look like Einstein. Yep, well that's pretty much what the game is, okay? Except there's real ghosts. Well, video game ghosts. Yeah, I could never get into those games or those shows. Oh man, cleaning up this Armsy torso, yeah, ended up taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. The fuck?
Turtle, if this fucking message... What's Turtle's last message say that is bleeped out for me? Despite my settings.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a few messages and there's no swearing.
Says those dudes are such something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Those dudes are such idiots. They bleeped out idiots?
That shit is fucking... Dude, I don't even know why you stream, dude, on Twitch. Like, fuck that whole goddamn thing.
Is it your settings? Or is it my stream that's actually bleeping things? Is that something I can change? Does anyone know? Why are they bleeping out words in my chat? Is that just something Twitch just makes happen?
Hey, is my entire message flipped out? Because I just typed in fuck shit bitch ass to see what happens. The end user. Well, why the fuck won't my settings stop goddamn doing things? How about
You
you
gotta
don't
change
build
the
problems?
setting. I don't see anything bleeped. Okay. Huh. Yeah, it's gotta be you, dude, because I'm not seeing it on my end either. I thought it was because I
Yeah,
was...
well, like, I've literally, according to my settings, it's not filtering anything. But it's
Maybe it'll
certainly-
have to, like... What you could try and do is leave the chat, like quit out of the app and then go back into it, or the page. That's the only thing I can think. Have you done that already since you reset your settings?
No, but I'm gonna do that real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah. To F his a foe? What? What? Fuck you.
What are you talking about? Effing Miami thing. Better get goddamn consent, motherfuckers.
Yeah, this side's going a lot better than the other side.
First of all, cursing is a myth created by people who don't understand the concept of social diglossia, and probably people who are a little bit too into the Abrahamic faiths to some extent. The only reason we have quote-unquote curse words is because conquering cultures tell indigenous cultures that they're not allowed to use words that are part of their own language, and they have to use the conquering fucking culture's language words. So, I'm sorry, but I don't even know if I really want to respond to your incredibly racist question.
Oh my god. Jesus.
I'm sorry, not racist.
Okay.
Ethnocentric.
Hey, take your tall boy and turn it down a little bit, okay, tall boy?
I'm drinking it. It's getting lower. Also, that's actually a real thing. I mean, look up the term social diglossia. It's some real shit. Dude, you're into like motorcycles and shit, right?
Did you say I'm into motorcycles?
Yeah, I thought you were a motorcycle guy, yeah? I misremembering from back in the day.
I mean, I know a thing or two, but I'm not like our buddy, you know, well, my buddy, whatever, Henry, he's into motorcycles. I know about motorcycles a
My
little
buddy
bit.
too, dude, but his opinion of me has been ambiguous for 20 years, so I don't fucking...
Yeah. Anyways, why do you ask?
This is very random, but since I've been caught up to the podcast that I tend to listen to, I was looking for new shit, had one recommended to me called History for Weirdos, and I was like, that probably applies. It's a really interesting show. I'm a little bummed out because the episodes are only like 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm like, hey, you probably could have done some more research, but yeah, just heard this really cool fucking story about a woman named her like actual name was Bessie Stringfield. She was born in the 1910s or something like that, but she was known as the motorcycle queen of Miami, and she was the first African American woman to ride across the state solo on a motorcycle, and she was one of the few dispatch riders for the U.S. Army during World War II. Like, dude, she did like a ton of shit for women and African Americans. Kind of specifically in the realm of like being motorcyclists and stuff like that. But she's in like the Motorcycle Hall of Fame. I think she's got an award from like the American Motorcycle Association or something like that for her achievements as a female motorcyclist and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, she like in the 1920s and 30s, one of the even more racist than now moments of our country's history was like this celebrity basically, where like everybody knew who she was. I think she actually was like born in Jamaica, and then ended up her like family moved here pretty shortly after that or something like that. But
This is the first woman to drive a motorcycle across. Did you say Florida?
no, across the United States.
Oh, okay. I was like, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But yeah, okay,
That's
all
a
right,
2-hour
gotcha.
drive. Of course it's
Yeah.
not. No, yeah. Well, and also, I'm not sure, but she might also, I mean, she might not only be the first African-American woman to do that, but she might be the first African-American as a thing by itself, as well as the first woman as a thing by itself. So in a certain sense, considering our history and politics and whatnot, she's like 3 different,
First.
like, monumental figures, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's pretty
You
cool.
said this was like 1920 something?
Yeah, I think she was like born in like 1910 or 1911 or something like that.
Oh, so she would have been
and
pretty
then-
young when this happened.
Yeah, like I think she first was doing her motorcycle stuff like during World War I, which was what, like the fucking late 1910s or some shit, or like early 1920s or something like that. But yeah, dude. I mean, she was dealing with all the shit that black people and all the shit that women had to deal with back then. But
Why did I
she was-
think, was she from Florida? Were we talking about Florida at all?
we were talking about Florida,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Says, to be
like,
fair,
I'm
finding anyone who wants to drive through Florida is pretty incredible.
Okay, that's actually super fair. But yeah, no, her nickname was literally the Motorcycle Queen of Miami, or not even really her nickname. It was
That's
more like
why, okay.
the like, you know, title or whatever she was known by for what she did. But the really cool thing is that sometime after the 2000s, I forget when, the American Motorcycle or American Motorcyclist
Association or something like that.
Yeah, it's called the AMA. It's something, the American Motorcycle or Motorcyclist Association. They actually created a fucking award for it in like 2000 or 2001 or 2 or something like that. That was like an award to specifically recognize outstanding
Those
achievements
achievements,
by
yeah.
female motorcyclists. Well, it was named after her because of her achievements, but the award was for like other women who had like done some sort of crazy cool shit, you know, involving being motorcycle. Yeah, and also I'm gonna have to rewatch the show to maybe try to find where this is a reference, but she's actually like, there's like a fucking shout out to her in Lovecraft Country from a couple of years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And also too, she was like a fucking badass because she got married like at least.
That was
half
a good show.
dozen
Did you end up
times.
watching all of it?
I did, dude. I loved that show.
I go by the Turtle King of Tampa in certain circles. Okay, dude.
I honestly don't actually doubt that. But yeah, dude, cool ass lady. And even like there's a quote from when she was like in her fucking 80s or something. She lived a long time. She was born like 1910 or 11 or 12 or whatever, like it said. But she died in, I think, the 90s. And only a little while before she passed away, she was like interviewed or something like that, and she was just like, "I ain't fucking no
sounding
dudes
really-
over 35."
This really sounds familiar. I don't know. Maybe I've heard of her before. What was her name?
Bessie Stringfield, not Springfield, like Buffalo Springfield.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
Springfield with a T, just to
Okay.
clarify. But yeah, cool ass lady.
Why does that sound familiar? I don't know why.
I mean, I know that you've watched Lovecraft Country. Maybe the character that they had as the homage had some sort of similar name.
I will not elaborate on that. Yeah, well, you don't want to, give too much away there, Turtle. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, cool ass chick. And then I found out that like, what was her name? Madam C.J. Walker. She was this woman.
Is this all from that podcast? That same podcast?
Yeah, dude. This weird history podcast has been like real cool. But Madam C.J. Walker, that's not her original birth name. Her original name is Sarah Breedlove.
You say your memory's shit, and you probably listened to this podcast once and remembered all these names.
Shut up. Also, you were actually 100% correct. But anyway, she was fucking dope too. She was a little bit earlier than the Motorcycle Queen of Miami, but because she was born so soon after, I don't remember the year, but she was born so soon after the Civil War that her parents and her elder siblings had been slaves, but she was born just in time to not be born into slavery, so to speak. Obviously, shit was so fucked. But yeah, dude, when she was in her, I think, early 20s or something like that, she was already suffering from alopecia. And so obviously hair loss issues and stuff like that. But any of the sort of hair related products and stuff that would have been available here at the time would have pretty much been designed for, Caucasians. And so she started to experiment with products that were already available and I guess you could say home remedies or whatever that she had been taught growing up and stuff like that, and just kind of experimented with them until she came up with a formula that actually helped her regrow her hair.
Sorry, I knocked something over.
Oh, word. But yeah, dude, I can't remember that episode quite so well, but she literally took $1.25 and turned it into a fucking hair care empire. It had
Wait, you said you don't remember the name of the company or the empire?
I don't remember the name of the empire, but I think it was just her actual name, the Madam's. Well, her real name is Sarah Breedlove. She married some rich dude or some shit at one point, and whose last name was Walker, and then she changed her name to Madam C.J. Walker, which I think C.J. was the initials of the dude. I don't think that was her first marriage either, but anyway, she married some dude whose initials would have been CJW, started calling herself Mrs. C.J. Walker, or Madam C.J. Walker, and then she started this company that was not only hair care products, specifically for people of African descent, but also was working on this product that was to regrow hair and shit like that. And she had dealt with hair issues her whole life. She had a lot of dandruff, had a lot of scalp problems, all sorts of shit, and there just wasn't a product out there to help her. And so she not only knew what she was dealing with, but knew that other people were dealing with it too. And so she ends up doing this experimentation until she comes up with basically the formula to create her hair growth product. And apparently it was very successful. The company, if I remember, lasted from the fucking the 1890s,
Madam Rogaine,
1810s or something. That I know somebody's probably making a joke, but that's kind of literally true. Because she not only started this hair care company, but it was a hair care company that actually did help people grow hair back. She was also super involved in civil rights stuff and whatnot. This lady was basically a philanthropist who was helping out with civil rights while also helping people regrow their hair and shit like that.
Well, you gotta
cool.
have a sidekick,
Yeah. I don't think she lived terribly long. I think she was 50 or 60 when she passed away, but Yeah, she was involved with like the NNA or the NAACP or the NAACP or however we say it generally.
It's the NAACP.
If that is how we say it. Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, she was part of the organization, and like, dude, she just did like a shit ton for civil rights, but also just for like individual people's, like quality of life, essentially, because they were able to grow their hair back and have like healthy scalps and all this stuff that does matter, you know, one way or the other to people. She's a real cool lady.
Well, thank you for the history lesson, dude.
Yeah, sorry, it looks like I just lost you if you watch. Guess not everybody's into hair care products, but anyway, I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I've just been, I just listened to a Sword and Scale episode with someone from our home state as a serial or a killer. It was pretty terrifying.
Oh, a killer from our home state?
Yeah. What did he do? What was it?
Probably killed somebody who wasn't a white Protestant.
Oh, no, he killed his sister.
She probably was a Protestant.
And then had sex with her dead corpse.
What in the fuck?
Yep. He was like 20.
I was down for making jokes up until the fucked his dead sister's corpse that he murdered apart. But now it's a little.
Yeah, dude, he fucking, this was in like, it was on, I think, the east side of the state. I could be wrong. But he was like,
where shit happens, there's 10 people on the west side. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like, their mother found the body.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
before he did his way with it? Or
No. No, he left the house. Like, he stabbed her to death, and then necrophiled it, and then, yeah, he fucking left and started walking to, like, quote unquote escape, but I don't even know if that would be, yeah. And they picked him up, and it was really creepy because there was an interview, or not an interview, but you could hear the recordings of the police interrogation.
Yeah.
And he's just this really kind of off kid. Like, just, he's very off. Like, but what's funny is
the murder rapist again?
He was
18?
20? 8?
20. Okay.
He was, you know what? He might have been like 19, because he was on leave from boot camp. He was like just trying to get into the army at this time, and he was on leave for the holidays. He did it on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. Camcorder, you're from the great northern state of Michigan. This is like a 20-year-old. He killed and had sex with his sister. And it has happened in Michigan. I want to say it happened on the east side of the state. I could be wrong. Forget the guy's name. It's weird as fuck. And it's not that long ago either. Like within the last 10 years, I want to say. There's been a few episodes on Sword and Scale that I've caught that are from Michigan. Because we don't have any, like, well-known serial killers, right? Michigan?
I mean, we might. I don't know. Actually, I'm fairly certain that we do have at least, like, one.
Right.
Oh, okay. I just Googled it, and we have at least 5.
Really?
Yes. This article from the Lansing State Journal is titled "The Worst of the Worst: A Look at 5 Michigan Serial Killers and Their Crimes."
Do any of the names jump out to you as, like, ones you recognize?
Not really. Whoa. Where was the chick from the movie Monster?
Arlene Warner? Isn't that her name?
This is Eileen Warnos.
Oh, that's it. Yep. She's from Michigan?
Turns out she's a Michigan bitch. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit. Okay. Then we got John Norman Collins.
I don't know that name.
When was this? from last year, so the guy's 75 now. Oh shit, he killed 7 chicks between 1967 and 1969, mostly in and around Ypsilanti, which became known as the Michigan murders. He also killed 7 women, because I just corrected myself from calling women chicks. I don't know why. It's such a big deal. Apparently it pisses people off. He's also been referred to as Michigan's Ted Bundy.
What did he do? Is there any more information, or just that he?
Well, the whole thing it says, at least in this article, is some know John Norman Collins, now 74 and serving a life sentence at Ionia Correctional Facility, which I've been very close to, which means I've literally driven past this guy. As the Ypsilanti Ripper or the co-ed killer. Oh, I actually heard that other phrase, this latter phrase. But he grew up in Michigan. The 7 women he killed between 1967 and 1969, most in and around Ypsilanti, became known as the Michigan murders. Some people call him Michigan's Ted Bundy, but Carpenter points out that, I'm guessing Carpenter's a lawyer or something. They don't really mention it. But anyway, but Carpenter points out that Collins killed his victims before Bundy killed any of them. Oh my god. He's not even trying to point out a difference. He's trying to be like, no, Ted Bundy's the some other state's fucking fucking dildo, dude. Anyway, there's a quote here from this Carpenter woman, whose first name is never given. It's kind of ironic, but he was a handsome, clean-cut college student, she said. He was in a fraternity at Eastern Michigan University. He was majoring in elementary education. Those who didn't know Collins well then described him as nice, polite, and respectful. Oh, you mean like every other fucking serial killer ever? Wow, what a fucking surprise, you dumb idiot bitch. Like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute, real quick. What is the, how long was his spree?
Only 2 years. He killed 7 women between the ages of 13 and 21 between the years of 1967 and 1969.
Huh. Okay. You're right, Turtle. Those are chump numbers.
They really are. I guess Michigan isn't really great at having serial killers.
Wait, so what any other names?
We got Matthew Macon. Let's see. What's long surprised Carpenter about Matthew Macon is his name is another. Is fucking Carpenter the author of this article? Otherwise, why the
must
fuck
be.
Is it It's not. It's Rachel Greco. I don't know who the fuck Carpenter is. Oh, Jen Carpenter. Yeah, they don't explain who the fuck she is or why we should give a fuck about what she has to say. So I'm gonna just ignore her. It, like, literally doesn't say like whether she's a lawyer or a psychiatrist or nothing. It just says this lady named Jen Carpenter thinks things. Well, I don't give a fuck. Everybody I know thinks things. Doesn't mean I need to give a shit about it. Anyway, but so we got Matthew Macon. Apparently, this fucking stupid idiot Jen Carpenter. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. I'm getting angry right now. Who the fuck are you, bitch? Carpenter, Michigan, journalist or something, I guess.
We're gonna have to add Clay in here, guys. It's the only way. It's the only way.
He's one of literally thousands of people named Jen Carpenter. So okay, never mind that. We're just gonna ignore anything she has to say because she's clearly irrelevant. Since they didn't bother to even say who she is in the article.
But they keep referencing her? Maybe
and over again.
Maybe she's the author of a book that this is based on. This article's based on.
Maybe, I guess. I would guess, based on context, that she is some sort of a psychologist or psychiatrist. But that's only because of the first sentence of the whole article. What in the fuck, Lansing Sage? What are you doing? Just quit moving here. Anyway, it just says it's hard to argue the fascination so many people have with serial killers, but Jen Carpenter believes it's rooted in our need to understand the psychology. 0 sentences after that explain to us who the fuck Carpenter is. Just as she's researched and shared what she learns about Michigan serial killers on her True Crime podcast, and I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so she's a podcaster, okay.
Right, but clearly not a good enough one to matter when it comes to why we should care about what she has to say.
They write books on anyone nowadays. Yeah, that's true. It's true. It sounds like the biggest name that you said was the Eileen or Irene Warnos or whatever you said her name is. The monster.
Actually, that's the only big name out of these 5 here. There's this fucking Matthew.
Oh
Bacon
shit, Styx
guy.
is back.
Hi.
Hey Styx, how was dinner and shit?
It was good. It was really good. It was delicious.
That's awesome. We just had a hard time learning that all the serial killers in our state are lame and boring.
Yeah.
Try being in Canada.
Well, I know you guys don't really have serial killers there. You just have fucking, what are they called? State schools or whatever, where you just like murder everybody who isn't white. And that's old, but.
No, that one guy who cut that guy's head off on the bus. He's from Canada.
Oh, nope, okay.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
Resident schools, that's what they're called.
Resident schools, there we go. I'm glad that your pause from that wasn't to argue against what I said, but to correct me on what kind of schools were murdering all the kids.
No, fuck those schools.
You're a cool cat.
Yeah, no, that
clearly
dude.
not, because I used that phrase, which is clearly outdated. But you're
Yeah,
cool.
that fucking. Did you ever hear about that guy who cut the guy's head off on a fucking bus?
I feel like maybe I did, but I've been watching so much shit on Terrified as Fuck on Reddit and whatnot. That
Yeah, dude. Like it was a full bus. It was like a Greyhound or an equivalent. Yeah, you had a giant Bowie knife. And just randomly, while the bus was driving, like on the road, got up and started stabbing this dude. And like the bus obviously freaked out, pulled over off the freeway or whatever road it was on. Everyone's screaming, freaking out, running out. And they don't know what to do. And he continues to stab this guy and literally starts to cut his head off with the Bowie knife.
What the fuck, dude?
And they're like, and everyone's outside the bus, like watching this happen. And there's nothing they can do. They end up closing the bus door and locking him in from the outside. I'm not sure how they did that. I guess bus doors are kind of tricky. If there's enough people like on the door, he's probably not going to be able to open the door, I would guess. But
well, yeah, because they only open outwards, and the whole like mechanism that allows them to open is just the bus driver literally like pushing a lever over to the right. If you got a whole gang of people, you know, like leaning up against that door, that fucking simple machine ain't gonna fucking match that power, you know?
Yeah, and so the police showed up. What's interesting about it is, I believe, I could be wrong, he's out. He's either out now or going to be out in the next few years.
The head sawing guy?
Yeah. Canada has I don't know if Styx can say anything about this, but Canada has some pretty interesting laws surrounding like life sentencing, and well, they don't have the death penalty. And
seem to have like a interesting but also stupid half-ass version of improving our legal system. Like there's no fucking death penalty, but they're also not actually rehabilitating anybody. They're still just throwing them in fucking prison. You know what I mean?
no, but they are. God, I gotta look it up. But he's either out or going to be out soon.
He was out. He was released in 2015.
Yeah.
Gross.
So how long was he? He went to a mental health facility. He didn't even go to like a he didn't go to jail, I don't think. Do you remember? Does it say how long he quote unquote served?
He from March 2009 to May 2015.
6 years, dude. And he's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but let's be honest though. Do you think keeping someone in a cage for 40 years actually teaches them anything?
Well, no. Hey, like honestly, I don't even have a prescription. I'm just or a prescription. I'm just saying, like that's still even without one, it seems crazy to me.
Well, I get that, but I feel like it seems crazy to you based on what the standard normal American shit is. And like here, our answer to everything pretty much is keep them in a cage for the rest of their lives, or keep them in a cage for way too long while taxpayers pay for it and then murder them. And,
Yeah, right.
that doesn't actually solve anything.
No, I'm not a
you
fan
know
of
what I mean?
that either. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. Like, here's an interesting thing that does relate to our home state. Try to see if I can pull it that, but I know that in Detroit, there was this like beekeeping, not a treatment, but like a program, I guess you could say, where basically prisoners would be let out on like work leave or whatever it is, and they would be brought to generally the top of some sort of skyscraper or some sort of building where there were these apiaries being tended. And
Well, hey, man,
they would
dude, I'm sorry to interrupt you, dude, but I actually have to get going. It's the end of my stream.
oh, word.
So, and I'm sorry, Sticks, you just jumped in, but I gotta wrap this up so I can head home. So I'll catch up with the two of you later. Thanks for hanging out. And if you get bored after D&D or whatever, hit us up. We're going to be exiling Ghosts tomorrow, Sticks.
If I'm not, we'll see what time. We'll see.
Cool. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, dude, peace.
Yeah, peace. Yo, guys, I'm heading out. Oh my God, what a day. They already kept him in a cage. He was just bus-shaped. They should have just, yeah, that's right, just like wrapped a giant rope around the bus and just had to stay there forever. I just got the body slugs. Look, okay, I'll look. Illustrations. Yeah, those are pretty terrifying. One kind of looks like a giraffe a little bit. Get ready. Is he live? He's not live. He's not live. So I was going to. I don't know, guys. Who should we raid? Oh my God. Oh, it's nice. I'm telling him to get ready. I don't think it's not going to have time, dude. The people who are going to hang out are going to raid. He's a dummy. He's a big dum-dum. Who should we raid? Any ideas, guys? Because I'm not going to wait for his ass to get up and running. He should have been going already, man. He should have been going already, okay? Someone playing Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, let's see what we got. You know, I'm going to type in, wonder if anyone's sculpting right now. I feel like sculpting's a pretty... What? Oh, what's this? This kind of looks cool.
Yep, thank you.
Actually, guys, we got someone, I think, I can't tell what he's working on. It looks like he's working on like a Vecna or something. This actually looks really cool.
But, yeah,
So,
I mean, I
all right,
think I
guys.
understand.
Here's what we're going to do. I can't tell what he's working out of, though. Copy. Shit. Here we go. We're going to go to... and we're going to go... yeah, he looks like he's working on a Vecna sculpture. It looks really dope. Jesus, where is it? Oh my God. Copy. I got to get better at this, guys. I got to get better at this. Here we go. Bam. And he's got like 3 viewers. I don't remember that card from Yu-Gi-Oh! Start rate. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Show some love over on YouTube. YouTube, if you're watching this, like and subscribe. If you want to join the community, join the Discord, post your artwork. It would be greatly appreciated. You guys, let's go show this guy some love. And looks like he's working on some really cool shit. So have a great night. I'll catch up with you later. Peace.